What's going on, everybody? Top of the morning, early afternoon ish. I don't know. What's going on, everybody? Happy Saturday as usual. Hope everybody's doing good. Hope everybody has had a fantastic early holiday season, with Thanksgiving being the first really to kick it off. Oh, you know what? Let me just switch the Wi-Fi to the wired. I thought I did that already, of course. Hold on. Let me glitch out. Boo, 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 doo, boo. Hey. Okay. I mean, maybe it didn't glitch out. It is what it is. Let me just make sure I'm looking on my end. But anyway, I think we're good to go. So once again, happy Saturday to everybody. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for being here. Hope you had a happy Thanksgiving. Kicking off the festivities in the right way, getting your gobble gobble on or whatever you do. Some people don't like turkey; they eat ham or chicken or even pernil. You know what I mean? You say, flip that pernil. Hey, listen, it is what it is. Um, yeah, man. Whatever you enjoy, whatever your vices are, and for those who don't eat, eat the poultry or fish or any of the for the vegans out there. Hopefully it was a happy Thanksgiving for you too. So let's see where we're at today, folks. Let's check it out. Let's see where we're at. We are currently at. This is definitely New York weather on this side. We are at 36 degrees, folks. All right, 36 degrees. And I don't know why that's happening. It might be time for a new camera. Yeah, because every time, sometimes when I move away, I get a little staticky pixelation when I'm right centered into the camera. Huh. Interesting. Been noticing that. But yeah, 36 degrees, a high of 42. It is definitely cold season. Um, let's see here. Yeah, that's what it is. We get it a little warm up tomorrow. It's high of 51. Oh. So enjoy yourselves, stay warm, all that good stuff. Um, and let's go Knicks. All right. First off, let me shout out the chat. Appreciate you guys. I see y'all coming in. It's a beautiful thing. Walter Blackman, I appreciate you as always, my brother. Thank you for always rocking with the show and supporting the show. I hope you and the family are doing well. I hope your Thanksgiving was fantastic as well. Appreciate you, man. He says, "Good morning, Ron. Great comeback by our team. Facts." And also, thank you for the generous super chat, man. Appreciate you. Like I said before, guys, you know what I mean. You don't have to give, but if you do give, sincerely from the bottom of my heart, I appreciate it. So I do thank you. He just says, I want to thank you for the podcast. It makes my day go smooth too. All right, hey, man. Listen, I appreciate you, brother. I think you're probably at work today. I know you like to listen when you're at work. So I hope the day does go quick. I hope it's, you up and out of there and get back to your family and to enjoy yourself and have some relaxation. A shout out to Double A. Appreciate you, my brother. He says, uh, yeah, well, okay. Yeah, Double A. The only thing you got to understand with Walter Blackman is that he puts his comments into the chat early. So you commented and gave him a shout out, like salute to him at 11:21. His comment was at 6:37 a.m. in the morning. So he's, he's not seeing it until the show starts. If he, because he's at work. But yeah, he's like 4 hours, 5 hours ahead when he put his comment in there. Andy N is in the building. Well, somewhat. I know he says that he's driving his parents in law to a party. Might make it to the show a bit later if y'all want me, if y'all need me, if y'all love me. Andy is funny, man. Funny Andy. Oh man, international Andy, folks. Yes. Let's see. Double A It's also said, salute Big Ron. Let's chop up. FYI, finally remembered to charge my Bluetooth rewatch last episode. I'm so sorry for static noise. Listen, don't worry about it, man. It happens to all of it. Happens to me. Certain things. You know how many times I've thought I had my whole setup for the show, and then, my actual plug that connects everything wasn't working. There's no camera. There's no sound. I couldn't fix it. I remember, if you've watched the show, you might have seen this back in the day, not too long ago, maybe 8 months ago, 9 months, I don't know. I didn't even have a keyboard because my laptop died and the keyboard wasn't working, but the rest of it was working. So I had to plug in an external keyboard. It was crazy. I don't know. Everything happens, man. Everything happens, but we get through it. We find a way. That's all you got to do. We find a way. Shout out to Carrie Cox in the building. Salute to you, Carrie. Hope you're doing well. Hope you and your family had a great Thanksgiving. Corey Lee, appreciate you, my brother. What's good? Same to you and yours. Hope you had a good Thanksgiving. CC, the man himself, Cartagena in the building. Salute to you. Hope you had a great Thanksgiving. My guy, the twin himself, Kareem Grant. What's good, brother? You know how it is. Same to you, man. I hope you and your family had a fantastic Thanksgiving, man. Let me see here. Hey, my brother from another mother. What's good, my bro? Hey, man. I appreciate you as always. Listen, guys, this guy right here, if there was ever someone who I call my real brother who is family, it's this guy right here, man. LQ in the building. I appreciate you, bro. I hope you're doing well. I got to do better, man. I should have called you. I was thinking about calling you the other day, and then I got busy. I'll call you later today. See how you doing, bro. But love you, bro. Hope you're having a great, happy holidays, all that good stuff. Hope Thanksgiving was good. Hope the family's straight. And hope you're doing well, bro. I'll holler at you later. Let's see here. Sherwin in the building. What's good, bro? Hope you're doing well. Always good to see you. Good morning or God morning. Appreciate you. Hope your Thanksgiving was good, and at least the festivities, holidays, whatever you want to call it, the whole shebang. Let's see. Hey, man, look at this. Double trouble. Hey, appreciate you, bro. I don't know how you did that, but good to see you, man. David Smith in the building. Salute to Ron in the chat. Hope everyone had a happy Thanksgiving. Yep, we did, man. We made the best of it. It's a little different, but we made the best of it. I cooked everything this Thanksgiving for the first time ever, but my wife did assist me with the most important thing. She told me what to do as far as making the turkey. Now I didn't make the turkey as good as she would make it, but it was pretty good and pretty close because of her assistance. She does a lot of different things and really, man, she puts her foot in it, man. That's all you got to know. When she gets busy, she gets busy. But yeah, like I said, she helped me. She told me what seasonings to use and what I needed to do to prep the turkey and all that good stuff. So it's my first bird, man. I'm out here. You know what I mean? But it was good. It was good to do that for the first time. It's a lot of work, though. I will say I appreciate it. It's a lot of work to put everything together, but we did it. And hopefully next Thanksgiving she'll be able to get back in there and take control of the ship. But I'll help her. We just got to keep getting her right, get her healthy, get back to what things used to be, or at least as close as possible. Let me see. Thank you for the super chat, bro. I appreciate you, man. He says, yes, sir. Shout out from Florida. Yes, man. It's tough. It's tough, man. It's tough for you. Living in the nice, Florida weather over there. Yeah, I know it's rough. We're over here and it's freaking 36 degrees. Oh, man. Let me see here. Oh, okay. Look at that. Oh, why did I not know that, Double A? I did not know that you was in Florida. I don't know why I didn't know that. Well, that's cool. That's dope. Um, Ice Mike is in the building. Saludos, Ron. How about them Knickerbockers? You know what I'm saying? Man, you know what I'm saying? Imma tell y'all something that made my day, and I just read it, like, was it 5 minutes ago or 10 minutes ago? Oh, look. Hey, Walter in the building. He's off today. Yeah, man. Yeah, you know what? Good for you, brother. You deserve to have some rest and relaxation. I'm happy, man. That's great. Ron, you read and react with the yeah, that's exactly what it was, bro. But like I said, she got me right, man. That the turkey. If I had to make this turkey on my own, I don't know how this turkey would have came out. I tell you one thing: the turkey would not have been pale. It would not have been lacking seasoning. The problem is. I might have overdone it or did it, and the turkey might have had some crazy flavor. Like, yo, why does turkey taste like corn chips? I don't know. Because my whole thing is, don't get it twisted. I can throw down. I can cook. It's just that when I don't cook like when I'm cooking something I've never cooked before, for that first time, it's a little rough. I don't know, because I'm not sure. But yeah, man, with her help and the seasonings, that turkey, that bird is, mwah. um, oh, damn. Okay, I didn't know that. That's a revelation. All right, Walter. Yeah, that's great, man. Fantastic. I mean, I hope it's a good thing for you. I hope that works for what you used to, and or should I say going forward, is something you like. But I'm happy to hear that, bro. That's great. Thank you, Carrie. I appreciate it, man. It's tough. It's tough, man. I don't try not to even talk about it as much. We try to go through it. We try to get through it because that's what we're gonna do. Time's not stopping. We got to keep going. But I appreciate you. Carrie said prayers to you and your wife. I forget that. I'm sorry. I gotta do that. Aj, shout out to Aj, who's always on Dope Soul Sports with Steph. He always says, "Listen, man, I be at work or I'm in the. I can't see what you reading. Read it to me." You got it, Aj. My bad, brother. He's making me better. He's making me better. That's cool. Delano Steele Jr. in the building. What's good? Appreciate you, bro. Happy holidays to you. Hope your Thanksgiving was fantastic. And let me see here. Did I? No, I didn't say it yet. Yeah, man. Hope you're doing well. I did get a chance to get that sneak peek of that new song you got on that Freezy premiered. I know you said it's not mixed, but I was liking what I heard, bro. You talented, man. Really dope. Really dope. And it was a nice, like, smooth R&B groove. I see what you was trying to do. I see what you was going at. And you getting in your bag, B. Jay from PR in the building. Salute, Jay. Hope you're doing good, man. Hey, happy holidays. Happy Thanksgiving to you, bro. Let me see. Mega NYK in the building. What's going on, Comega? Appreciate you, bro. I hope you're doing well. Happy Thanksgiving to you once again. I think I already said it to you before. Yeah, Delano says still Nick fans. Ron's turkey was overcooked by 3 minutes, so it was still edible without too much complaining. Yeah, you know what? I mean, I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. The actual bird itself, it was perfect as far as the cooking time. It was moist. I did my thing. I got rid of some of that liquid, but then I kept some of the liquid on the side. So when it's time to serve the bird, I did the little thing with made sure I gave that bird some loving, man. It was. I do say so myself. It wasn't bad. Keith Turner was good. Salute, my brother. Happy holidays to you. Happy Thanksgiving. He said I had to fry 2 turkeys, one for my mom and dad. That's a job. Oh man. Shout out to you, bro, because them frying turkeys, man. I've seen it. I'm like, I don't know if I want. I mean, and then the way they do it, the people who know how to do it, and it looks like if you fry it too, you know what you're doing. The birds still get that crispiness, but they still come out juicy inside, and like. But I'm just like frying turkeys is dangerous for me, man. I'm like, I don't know. Plus, I don't have a backyard to really fry a turkey in, and I ain't frying the turkey where I'm at. Crazy, man. They come get me. Hector Gaston in the building. Salute. He said 4 picks this year. Judah Mintz has to be a pick. We'll see what happens, bro. We'll see what happens. I don't know, man. I'm with you, and I think that the Knicks should go that route. I think because of the fact that all of these superstar players that people want aren't available, and all of the superstar players that people don't want, so like that are available. Like, what's the point? Who we gonna get? And who we gonna get that's gonna make a difference? We can go get a guy who's played good for his team wherever he was, but is he a difference maker? Because that's what I keep hearing. All this, is he a difference maker? Julius Randle plays good for the Knicks, but is he a difference maker? Do you know what I mean? Like, it goes back to that whole thing. So I really don't know what the Knicks can do as far as bringing in a superstar. This whole Donovan Mitchell thing. Don't get me wrong. I wouldn't mind Donovan Mitchell. I know some people are kind of sour on him. Donovan Mitchell is still a really good player. He still puts up points. And let me tell you, when I look at this Knicks team, they run into some issues sometimes stopping people, but they're a good defensive team. You saw what they did in last night's fourth quarter. Now, I know some might say that Miami missed a lot of shots. Miami missed a lot of shots throughout the game. So if you want to take away the Knicks defensive credit throughout the game, yeah. But in that fourth quarter, the Knicks was getting up on these guys and, playing some strong defense, making those missed shots, uncomfortable. So I don't know what to say. I don't know. I mean, you want to say missed shots. I saw IQ get a block. I saw RJ play good defense. I saw him do a great closeout on Jimmy Butler for the last shot of the game. And that was just those two plays. There was more that happened in that fourth quarter. The Knicks played good defense in that fourth quarter. So I don't know what's being said out there because I've seen some stuff on Twitter or X, whatever you want to call it, trying to take away some of the Knicks' shine on defense. The Knicks are a good defensive team. What they are missing is a little bit more consistency offensively. So, and who's really good at scoring, guys? Donovan Mitchell. Yep, you said it. So I'm just saying. I still wouldn't be opposed to that. But I don't. This whole thing of having to trade a lot of assets for him, I'm not with. And then for people who keep saying, "Oh, we'll just sign him in free agency," I told you guys this a while ago, and it seems like people still haven't realized it. Do you know when he's going to be a free agent? Let me do this one more again. One more again, just for the people out there in the quiet, the cheap seats. What they call that? Yeah. Let's see. There we go. Donovan Mitchell is not a free agent after this year. He's a free agent after next year. Right? So this whole thing waiting until Donovan's ready or to be signed, it's still a while away. Like, it's the rest of this year and the whole next year. I mean, if you guys remember, the Knicks window it's not huge. And remember, after next year, Jalen Brunson's gonna opt out, Julius Randle's gonna opt out. So now you got to figure out where you have the money to sign these players. The Knicks are definitely going to try to re-sign Jalen Brunson. That's without question. We know that, right? You can see that coming. But then what are they going to do with Julius? Are they going to try to bring him back? Don't know. They don't have a ton of money, so they're going to have to. It's going to be a choice. You can sign Julius and bring him back, but then you ain't going to have no money to do nothing else. Especially if you sign IQ after this season. So you might say to yourself, we want to keep IQ, we want to re-sign Jalen, and we're going to use that money to, re-sign to sign someone else and let Julius walk. But then if you let Julius walk, say you bring in the Donovan Mitchell, now you got to go out there and get yourself a power forward. The power forward doesn't have to be like Julius Randle. He doesn't have to score that, in that way, but he's got to be able to add some offense, and he's got to be a good rebounder because the Knicks need their bigs to rebound. And Julius is a great rebounder. You can take certain things away from him. You can't take the fact that he's a really good rebounder. So, yeah, something to think about. We'll see. We'll see where that goes. All right. I think I'm at the bottom of shouting out a lot of people until more come in. For right now, Brooklyn Buddha, he says spatchcock the turkey. It'll change. Yeah, man, I'm thinking about it, bro. But I'm watching how people doing it, where they cut off certain things, pull out that backbone, and crack that puppy like bang. Maybe next year. I mean, I could have probably did it this year because the bird that we had was not a big bird. I mean, it's not that many of us here, so I could have did it this year, but I wasn't ready to do it. Like, this is my first time cooking a turkey by myself for the most part. So I'm like, I'm gonna do it the regular way first, and then try something like that next time around. But maybe I see that's the new way, and people are loving it. So yeah, I might have to try it out, Brooklyn Buddha. I hope your Thanksgiving was great, bro. Thanks for the suggestion. Stafford Don, more fire rhythm beats. Bo, 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 bo. What's up, brother? Hope you're doing good. And look at me. I got the Patrick. Don't mind me. I got the Patrick Ewing fingers, man. I don't know, man. This is what happened from cooking. And look, the freaking Band-Aid split open. I got to put another one on because it's in a bad spot. That's like when you bend your knuckle. How is this not going to open up? Come on, man. No bueno. White Falcon in the building. Salute, White Falcon. Appreciate you. Hope you're doing good. Happy Thanksgiving to you and yours. G. Robinson in the building. Salute. Said we have 4 players off the bench already, so the only upgrade would be a starting shooting guard or small forward. Agreed. I mean, we also could, not an upgrade, but we could at some point get a backup power forward. I mean, it's nice to be. See, I like the flexibility. I want the Knicks to be able to go with this small lineup because it helps in certain instances. But if you need to go, with a bigger lineup, it's nice to have somebody to put out there. If you can't put anybody out there, then what are we doing? When we play those teams, the Denvers, that we don't play them all the time, but the Denvers, the Minnesotas, have you guys seen what Orlando's been doing lately? And Orlando's got good size everywhere. So there's something you got to worry about. Let's see. Drip more. My guy, the preferred barber of still Knicks fans and the Knicks community is in the building. Let's go. What's up, Drip more? Appreciate you, bro. Happy Thanksgiving to you and yours. Margaret Edwards in the building. Happy Thanksgiving to you, Margaret. Hope you're doing well. She said the Knicks might let Randle walk. That is true. And let me tell you, I think that's where it's leaning because Randle's going to want a big payday. And as much as I love Julius Randle, if the Knicks are trying to move into that next level of a team, unless they can do something between now and like the only way I can see them bringing back Julius Randle is if they bring in somebody at the trade deadline or at the end of this offseason, and that person is the missing piece. You know what I mean? That person makes up for the defense we may be missing, like to put us over the top, and that person makes up for certain offense we're lacking, like another 3-point shooter or something like that. That would be huge. And I think that would keep Randle here too. But I don't know. I'm not sure because Randle's in for a big payday. So we'll see. All right. Okay. All right. So let's do this. Let's put the invite link out there for anyone who wants to chop it up and join. By all means, you guys are always welcome. Appreciate you guys. And let me hit the intro, and then we'll come back and chop it up. We'll get into everything Knicks right after this. Hey, let's go. Oh man, it's funny, man. Double A's rocking in the background. I'm about to bring him up on the show. Always good to chop it up with Double A, man. Let's see here. Okay, we straight there. All right, cool. Let me bring Double A to the stage. What up, brother?
What up, Ryan?
How you doing, man?
Good, brother. Good, brother. Salute, salutations to all. Hope everyone
Oh,
had a wonderful Thanksgiving.
uh-huh. I can't complain, man. I mean, like, it's a little tough because things are a little different, but we, like I said, we get through it and we made the best of it. So, yeah.
Well, still praying, brother. Still praying.
Thank you,
Blessings to
bro.
you and yours, man. You
Thank
know,
you, bro.
always,
That's it.
always.
Thank you. I tell you. Oh, I almost forgot to say what pleased me earlier. Well, first off, let me say this. I woke up this morning and because I'm a little thrown off because of being Thanksgiving and then having the day off yesterday. When I woke up this morning, there was no better feeling than waking up thinking, okay, football's going to be at 1, and then I got to do this. And then realizing today's Saturday. I was so happy. I was like, oh, this is great. I get one more day. This is dope. That's always good. Um,
Off
Let me get,
topic, man.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
How's Jay Book doing? I mean, I caught little pieces, bits and pieces on the morning brew about some things that are going on with him, but I didn't really catch the real story. But Jay Book is real brother, man. So want to keep those prayers out to him and his family, and of course
Yeah,
you,
definitely, man. Appreciate that.
Salute.
What salute
money.
G Money was good, brother. Hope you had a happy Thanksgiving, bro.
I did. Salute Double A. Salute Ron. Please subscribe to Still Knicks fan, everyone. He brings the meat and potatoes of his story. Happy Thanksgiving. My Thanksgiving was great.
I'm glad to hear it, brother. I'm glad to hear it. So, to Double A, to your question, bro. I guess I can give you an update now, only because like I saw that Jay Boogie did post a picture and kind of expressed what was going on. So, for those who may not know, unfortunately, Jay Boogie had a loss in the family. His brother
Oh, prayers
passed
up.
away,
Prayers up.
and so
Prayers up. Shoot.
so
Prayers.
it's a real tough time for him once again. And you guys know, like he lost his mother not too long ago, and so now his brother. It's like it's a tough time, and just wish him the
Yeah,
best and prayers to Jay
Mm-hmm.
Boogie. I'm gonna call him a little later today, and like I said, well, I didn't say that, but when people are going through this type of situations, all you can do is send your prayers and love. And I don't even expect to speak to him. I just want to be able to say a couple words on his voicemail so he knows I'm thinking about him. But definitely, I appreciate him and hope he and the family are getting through this tough time. So salute to him.
yeah. I feel his pain, man. I lost my brother a
Me
few
too.
years back, man, and it's something you don't get over, man. You just learn to deal with,
It's a lot.
Right,
and
A
it's
lot.
just
right,
Prayers up,
yeah,
J Boogie. Prayers up, man. I lost my uncle, other relatives. So I know the pain, man. Prayers up to you, J Boogie. Just keep your head up, keep your head up high, and you have great friends like us, and just stay strong, man.
yeah, man, 100%. Yeah, but it's just a tough time, and I don't really. I'll just echo the sentiments because if you guys did watch Morning Brew, yesterday, there's another person in the Nick community on X or Twitter. His name is Smooth, Smoove. He does a lot of content as far as spaces go on X and Twitter. He has these spaces, and he always lends his takes and thoughts on the Knicks. And unfortunately, he had a big loss, a huge loss as well on
Yeah, prayers up.
Thanksgiving Day. So shout out to him, and him, blessings to him and his family. So yeah, it's just tough time, man, tough time. But all we can do is try to keep going and celebrate the ones we love. For
Mhm.
when they're here or when they're not here, just keep them in our prayers and keep remembering who they are to us and how they fill the void in our hearts. So let me just shout out is a couple more people before we kind of get it cracking. My guy Boulevard 73 in the building. Salute,
Salute.
my brother. Hope you're doing good. Appreciate you. He said, Jay Boogie, my dude. Salute, peace, bro. Condolences. I lost my sister May 3rd, 2023. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Boulevard. I don't think I even knew that. My
All
apologies
prayers
to
to you,
you.
Boulevard.
Yeah. Condolences, brother. Um, Big task at hand is in the building. He says, Sir Ron, big salute. Sincerely hope all is well. Thank you, brother. Yeah, we getting through. We trying, man. Thank you. Thank you for being in the chat and showing love. Okay, I think I got everybody. And please, oh no, hold on. My fault. Wiz, what's going on? Wiz, today is wait a minute. Today's Saturday, so today's salmon day, right? But since you had Thanksgiving, I don't know, you probably still got some turkey. I don't know. I don't know if you're ready to cook up the salmon today. Hope you're doing well, Wiz. Appreciate you, bro. He said, salute Ron. After last night's victory, even your dance moves look good. Whatever, man. Whatever. So let me get to the news that tickled me pink. I was so excited to hear this news, right? So and shout out to my guy Paris Duggar. What's good, Paris? Appreciate you, brother. Hope you're doing well. And happy Thanksgiving to you and yours. So I'm on, what I'd like to do is before I get ready for the show, I'm trying to eat something if I can and get stuff ready. And then I'm just going through Twitter and X and Instagram and just seeing if there's something I missed, is there something going on, blah, blah, blah. I like to keep myself as up to date as I can. So there was this Miami Heat fan that put out a post. And she put the post, she said, this is so great. I'm glad that Stephen A is in the building and he gets to see us whipping up on his Knicks. Now, obviously, guys, you know where this ended up, right? So I thought that was fantastic. But what was the best part of it? What really made my day? Because I don't pay attention to Stephen A. I could care less. But apparently, in the middle of the game, he left at the end of the third quarter. So he didn't even back. So
no faith. No faith.
I'm telling you, I told y'all about Stephen A, man. He's the worst.
That's bad.
Oh man, that made my day. You love to see it, man. Won't he do it? No. Anyway, all right. So let's get it cracking. First off, when you look at the game, and mind you guys, I have to kind of like think about what I'm saying so that I can keep track of how I want the conversation to go, because I did a lot of talking last night. Myself and Eru filled in for Sim NBK, and we did a lot of talking. So I don't want to say the same type of stuff. But going into this game, I was a little concerned because, out of all teams that give us a tough time, Miami just knows us so well, and we know them well too, but Miami just knows what to do, and they played physical enough. And really, it only comes from like 3 players, but those 3 players, like Lowry, Bam, and Jimmy Butler, they play us physical enough to bother us, right? And last night, they did a good job of doing that too, but I think the Knicks fought back. But it was nice to see AA how they played in that first half. I think the first half was indicative of the fact that these two teams are really not that different. They're very similar in the style. The style is a little different, but they play similar when it comes down to it. So I was feeling good about it. How was you feeling good just looking at the first half? Forget what happened in the second half. We'll get to that. How did you feel about the first half of the game?
I was happy, man. Especially, I just felt that they were going to take that momentum, especially when Grimes hit that shot at the buzzer, right before halftime. I thought, they were going to take that and run with it. So I was really shocked, how they came out in the third. I'm like, whoa, it looked like a whole different team,
And oh, guys, listen. I got the morning cup of Joe or Joanne. Gotta have it. And let me remind y'all, I appreciate you guys so much. So if you can, on your way in, on your way out, whatever you got going on today, please smash that like button. That's right. So the first half was let me see, is G Money still? I think he's still on mute. You back, G Money?
No, I am. There he is.
I'll be back in a
Okay.
Yeah, I am though. Just doing some errands. Yeah.
Okay, no. If you want, I'll wait till you let me know when you come back and I'll get your opinion, unless you can give it now.
Okay, man. I'll be back in a few.
Okay, cool. All right. So one of the things I was looking at in this game is I was looking for someone else from this Knicks team to step up, because my whole thing when it comes to a game like this that I felt was going to be a close game, I'm saying I know. I mean, I don't know, but I have an idea what I'm going to get from Brunson, from Randle. Although Randle didn't give me what I thought I was going to get, but you have an idea of what those guys are going to give you, what RJ might give you and stuff. I'm like, who is going to be the guy that can step up and be the difference maker? Now, one was Quickly, because I was hoping, we obviously the last time we played Miami, Quickly was hurt at the very end of that series. So that's one thing. But we also didn't have Dante DiVincenzo. So I'm like, okay, I'm expecting these two guys to be a factor in this somehow. And Dante was okay. I think he had a pretty decent game. I wouldn't necessarily say he was a difference maker with how he played, but he definitely helped. But I think Quickly was definitely a difference maker when we got into that second half. You could tell, without having Quickly, I think it's game over. Double A. I think without Quickly, see, and I don't want to take anything away from Quickly. I kind of talked about it last night. Quickly was fantastic, and what he did helped us stay in the game. It helped us stay close enough that it wasn't a supreme blowout that we couldn't come back. What he did, because if it wasn't for Quickly, this game might have been over in that third quarter. It would have been canceled, cancel everything. More people have been walking out with Stephen A. So it was good. It was good that Quickly did what he did, and also you got to understand these guys. This is their own individual bulletin board material. Quickly knows, like, I didn't show up in the playoffs like that, and I definitely wasn't there for my guys in the Miami series. So he also has to, like, he's thinking to himself, I gotta, I want to go out here and do what I gotta do. And he came out and he was definitely, playing really well, man. His defense was good. He was getting to his spots. He was making his floaters. His 3-point game, I think he was 4 of 8 from 3. So this was a good Quickly to watch, man, and we needed that. What was your thoughts on Emmanuel Quickly and how he played?
Well, I was very, very impressed with him. Number one, how he came back at Lowry, because if we remember, a lot of people were saying how Lowry was like getting physical with him and took Quickly out the playoffs, basically with his defense and the way that he was pressuring Quickly. But it just showed he improved, man. He came in, he did what he had to do. I mean, it was like a whole different person. You know what I mean? And like you said, without Quickly, man, we're not in the game. Game over. We haven't got that yet, but it was 3 people I was looking at for this game, because this game was basically to me like a playoff game, a very, very important game.
Mm-hmm.
And it was a chance for Randle to disprove what we all been, a lot of people are saying, that, he don't show up for the big games, and to me, this was a big game. Number one, because if we would have lost, we would have been out the play-in.
Mm.
And number two,
you mean we would have been out the in-season tournament? Yep, you're right.
Yeah. And then the other part is, it's one of our big opponents, the contender in the East, and having to lose against Boston already, we got to get these victories, not only beat teams like, the Hornets and the Wiz. We got to start now racking up victories against these guys like, the Heat and, the Sixers and these guys. We got to establish that. And I just thought that was a big game for not only Quickly to show out, but for Randle to disprove, because there was a question, hey, maybe he didn't show up in the playoffs because of his ankle. His ankle was hammering me. But, I mean, he just looked, lost yesterday a lot of times. He resorted back to arguing with the refs a couple of times. He didn't get back. He's, arguing with the ref about, supposed missed foul call. And to me, that, you want to be a contender, you got to put that stuff down, man. You got to put that aside. You got to play every play, man. You know what I mean? And, you're one of our top 3 players, supposedly, and you got to set that example, man. That, you don't give up. And, Brunson, dude, he's a warrior, man. What more can you say about Jalen Brunson? He's just a warrior, man. I mean, he don't give up. And, it was funny. I don't know if you seen the take at the end of the game or the interview they did with him, where he says the thing that made him turn around.
Oh, yeah. Go ahead.
Looked at her,
Yeah.
said, you guys are embarrassing. And it just motivated him and stuff like that. But yeah, I think quickly, man, quickly showing out, man. You know, and one of the questions I had for the morning crew brew, and we really didn't have time to get to it because it was basically at the end, was are we gonna lose quickly for nothing, man? Because he's driving that price up, man. You know, every game he's doing. You know, the only question for him was okay, showing up for the big game, and you know, like you said, man, if it wasn't for him yesterday, we were done.
True. You know what? I ain't gonna lie. That is a very good point, Double A. Because I still feel that Quickly is going to re-sign with the Knicks because I think he wants to be here. And if the Knicks give him just a good amount of money that makes him feel like he's worth something, that he's valued, I think he will resign. But you are not lying, bro, when you say that he is driving his value up, especially if he plays like this in games like this. Because, as I said, you know, he was a difference maker last night. Because he if it's not for him, the game is over, right? Now, you know, different guys were big factors in getting us the victory, right? So I don't want to say he's the reason why we won. I'm saying he's the reason why we didn't lose because he kept us in the game. Because if not for him, the game would have been over. So I definitely appreciate what Quickly did, and basically by himself. I mean, he was at the time when he got hot and he was doing his thing. It was just him. So I can't take that away from him, and that's a great thing. So that's you know, I know what you're saying as far as there was like a playoff atmosphere. That game really did mean something. It meant a couple things, right? Like, you know, one, it's the first game that the Knicks are playing Miami since the playoffs, so you know, Knicks have a chance to get some get back. And two, it was an in-season game, and like you said, if the Knicks lose that in-season game, they're out of the whole in-season tournament, and they don't even have a chance to even go to Vegas to be in it. So yeah, it was important for the Knicks. I think that yes, he is driving his price up in that regard. And some team is going to jump out there. I do know that I just have that 100% feeling that some team is definitely going to jump out there and say, you know, because as much as we look at Quickly, and even us as Knicks fans seeing Quickly what he's doing right now, if some team takes a chance and says we want to give Quickly $100 million and make him the starting point guard on our team and run the offense through him, Quickly is going to get busy. So, I mean, that's just how the NBA works. So you got these guys on teams when they're not the main focal point. See, this is the thing, and this is like a really good, you know, way of looking at players that are on the fringe, or you don't know if what their next level is. A guy like Quickly being on the Knicks, being behind Jalen Brunson, RJ, and Randle, and still being able to average around 16 points a game and take control and get his stuff going with the second unit. He plays with the first unit, plays good defense. Guys like that, when you put them in a starting role on another team and they get, you know, can really control the offense, those guys average 20 plus points, 25. You know, they can get those numbers because they're so used to getting numbers without even getting all the focus. So yeah, I get it. So that's the only thing that worries me, because I know that Quickly's 16 per game could go up to 22, 23, 24 per game easily if he goes somewhere else. So I worry about that. Yeah, I worry about that. Yes, I do. So, but I hope the Knicks can keep him. I hope he understands that no other six man is going to have the freedom that he has, and no other six man is going to get the amount of minutes and freedom that he has, plus getting the money, because he's going to get paid 90 plus million at least. So, I mean, I don't know. Who knows, man? Who knows? And like sometimes you hope that a player says, I mean, Quickly's still a young player. I mean, players, if they're good, they can withstand and stay in this league for 10, maybe even 15 years, depending on, their level.
Yeah, he can get 2 contracts out of this.
That's what I'm saying. So that's kind of what I'm hoping. I'm hoping that he could stay with the Knicks, get that 90 plus million, whatever it is, play that role. And listen, we don't know what's going to happen. Brunson's going to opt out after next year. Randall's going to opt out after next year. I mean, I wouldn't think Brunson would leave, but I'm just saying, like, we don't know what could happen. I would much rather have quickly in the fold and say, look, even if you don't get it now, you're gonna get it. Like, you're gonna be a starter on this team. It just may not be right now, but something's gonna even out. Grimes may be out of here after next year. Like, something's gonna even. We don't know what's gonna happen. So,
I got a
I
question
don't know.
for you. Got a question for you.
Mhm.
Suppose now, are we able to extend a player even if their contract is not up? Because my
No, not
question
now.
is this:
No.
Not
Wouldn't it be
now.
smart? Wouldn't it be smart for the Knicks to say next year, extend Brunson and not let him get to that free agent?
I thought you okay. No, I was thinking in reference to quickly. No, in reference to Brunson, yeah, they could do that. Um, but most teams they could do that. You know what? But I think the reason why they wouldn't do that is because the way they structured the deals allows the money to start opening up and freeing up at a certain time. So and this is what happens if the Knicks decide to restructure Jalen Brunson's contract and say extend him early, right? And I don't know how this whole thing works if they can even do it. I think they can, but I don't know. If they do that now, it's going to handicap them for this next offseason. They'll have no money. They'll be over the salary cap. They'll also go into the second cap apron and they'll be getting penalized tremendously because Brunson's going to be making close to 200 million, if not more. That they just won't be the way they're set up. They can't financially do it right now. They're set up to have to worry about it in 2 years, but now it'll mess up their whole infrastructure and the Knicks will be tapped out. They won't be able to do anything unless they make a trade. And if nobody trades with the Knicks, we in trouble.
So what you're saying is, if they extend him, I mean, it ain't a deal where his new pay scale won't start until his present contract is up.
Correct.
You know what I mean? So why would it
Mhm.
count against the cap now instead of later?
No, because if they extend him, no, because even if they do that now, like even if the new money doesn't count until until he so I don't know how it works with the player option. Does he automatically opt out at
Mm,
that time if you did an extension, or do you have to wait? Because that's the only thing I'm not so great with the CBA and how the rules are.
right.
So I don't know if he has to wait until the contract is over if they extend him early, or does he still get to opt out after? Because then what are you opting out of if you've already signed an extension? That's a little hairy for me. I think Josh is a little better at understanding the contracts and the CBA stuff. But yeah, that's a good question. You gave me some homework to look into, Double A. But I do think that somehow you can't like somehow the Knicks would still be penalized for making that deal early.
Mm.
Because even if it doesn't count towards your books right now, it will count towards your books later. And financially, I think that just puts them in a really big hole. Um, I don't know how that works, especially now what they have this new second apron that is a nightmare. Apparently, once you get into that second apron, that's why no team wants to do that, and that's why they're giving away second round picks or trying to trade second round picks instead of first round picks. Is they're not trying to add extra money on, or people aren't trying to take on extra money. So I really don't know, but I'm gonna look into that. Double A. Thanks for the question, man. It's interesting.
Oh yeah, because as far as quickly, man, quickly, I think we need to decide, where we're going with this. You know what I mean? Because we're talking about, okay, still being interested in Spider, bringing Spider. I mean, we can't have all these guards making $20 million a year, salary. So we got to decide, where we're going, what we're doing. In that respect, I think this offseason, even this trading deadline and this offseason are very, very important for the future because it's like we got some decisions to make where we're going forward. Is
Mm-hmm.
Grimes the long-term answer as shooting guard? Because right now he's not. I don't
Mhm.
see it. Grimes, he's got all the talent in the world, but I just don't see that aggression, man. I just don't see that right now. And is that keeping us, from, is Tibbs' reluctancy to move quickly from the bench to the starting lineup going to hamper us from seeing that, hey, maybe we don't need Spider. Maybe that Brunson quickly dynamic it works. And for what I see, it works. I mean, even with Dante, it works, so I think with that regard, I mean, this coming off season and even this trading deadline are really big for our team, what we're going to do, especially at that shooting guard position, because, what are we going to do? Are we going to stay put? We're going to pay, a bench player $25 million a year. And now we got Hart making $18 million a year. We got DiVincenzo getting paid. We got Quickly getting paid, but yet we don't really feel like we have that shooting guard that I think we need. Like you mentioned earlier, we need that aggression. We need that person that can go get his buckets besides Brunson.
I mean, really, it. Well, let me see what G Money thinks. What's your thoughts, G Money? Before I say more about it.
What I'm trying to re-sign IQ for me, man. I'd rather just wait to the playoffs. IQ was a monster last night. He was on the Quigley quest last night. I just got to wait to the playoffs before I can re-sign IQ because I want to see him elevate his game and turn up a notch in the playoffs. Before I re-sign him.
Okay. Now, what do you think about the fact that as far as adding to the team and what we could do and what we could use, because I feel personally it all depends on who you bring in and how you structure the roster, because you do have answers at certain positions. Because really what AA just said, as far as we need that guy at the shooting guard spot who can go get their shot and we can feel confident, we already have that guy. He's just not playing in the shooting guard spot. He's a small forward. His name is RJ Barrett. So if we was to get a small forward that we could depend on in the starting lineup that can play the 3 and D, RJ could go back to being that 2, and you get that.
Right.
So it just all depends on what the Knicks do or what the Knicks can do. I don't know. What's your thoughts on that?
I could agree with that, though. I could agree with that. For me, what we need is maybe another perimeter shooter in there. I think we need another consistent perimeter shooter. That's all we need, though.
Okay. Well, to me, it's gonna be very interesting to see what they do going forward, because I think there's so many different things the Knicks can do, and sometimes when we're looking at it as fans, we only see one avenue. Okay, we need a star player, right? I agree. We need another player to help make a difference out there, but the player does not have to be a star. Because there's so many other players that you put them on this team right now with what we got going on, and as long as they fit in to their role, I mean, listen, I don't like the kid because I think he's a little cocky, but if we had Scotty Barnes at the small forward spot,
you
know what I mean? If we had OG, if we had OG Anunoby at the small forward spot.
Well, Dolan is messing that up.
That's over. But I'm just saying, like, there's guys that I think can make a really big difference on this Knicks team. It doesn't have to be a superstar. I think the Knicks have enough star power with the way that RJ is playing. He gives them that extra. And then, you already know that Quickly goes up and down, but when Quickly's right, he definitely makes a difference. And then, obviously Randle, when he's going good, we know Randle's good, and Brunson, obviously. So it's just, I think the Knicks have enough of that type of thing. To me, it's not, you don't have to have a superstar to get you over the hump. You just have to have guys that know how to elevate their games in situations. If you got that, you can win. Because there's teams that have won with only having one really good player, like star type player, and then having other, complementary players that are really good at playing team basketball and know how to step up at certain times. It's happened before, throughout the years. So I just think the Knicks might be positioning themselves to have to find a way to be that type of team as well, because I just don't know who is going to come here. I think we went through it last night with Eru, but I'm just going to say this once again so that we kind of are clear about it. It sucks to do it this way because some people feel like there's no hope when you do this, but let's kind of look at some of the players that are out there and how this works. All right. But before I do that, just wanted to shout out the chat once again. Thank you to Wiz BKLA in the building. He says, thank you for the super chat, brother. He said, I was almost over the ledge in the third, but IQ's fire. Yeah, I hear you, bro. So Wiz said, in the third, he was with Stephen A. Smith, and they were
if I know the ledge,
jumping right out the window. So I'm glad it was okay, bro. I'm glad it was okay. We brought you back. We needed to reel you back in, man. So I'm glad you're all right. So shout out to Wiz. Let me see. I want to get to my man's comment in a second, but I just want to shout out a couple more people. G Robinson. I think I already shouted you out, G, but once again, shout you out. Hey, King Ribby, salute, brother. Appreciate you. Hope you're doing well. Happy holidays. Jigga Man Porto, what it do? What's good?
Salute, Jigga.
Yeah, man. Listen, guys, once again, I always say it. Please tune in to Morning Brew Sports. Jigga, Hector, Phil. Happy birthday to the man, the myth, the legend, Jerry Ferrara. Happy birthday to him today. Wish him some love if you follow him on Twitter or X, whatever the hell you want to call it. Show him some love. Today's his special day. Appreciate you guys as always. Please like, comment, subscribe, but more importantly, get those views up. Tune into the show, or shows, should I say? Show them some love, man. Let me see here. Go through. Was there anybody else? Shout out to Cully Goat in the building. Salute, Cully. Happy Thanksgiving to you and yours. Space Ghost in the building. Same. Happy Thanksgiving to you and yours, Space Ghost. Appreciate you. Okay. All right. So let me get to this comment because I really want to highlight my brother. I'm glad to see him. Jay Boogie, what's good, my brother? He says, what a big time win. 2 letters, IQ. Enough said. Blessings, health, and happiness. Love to the chat and show. Thanks for the love and support for me and my family for this time of healing. For this time of healing. Injuries do heal. Yeah, man. Appreciate you, bro. We all got love for you and wish you nothing but the best throughout this whole time. You're definitely in our hearts for real, bro. Thank you, Jay Boogie. So Joel Embiid. All right, let's do this. Let's just take a look here, guys, because this is always interesting, right? Let me pop this up. Let me share this. This is just for to make a point. Okay. All right. Can I blow this up? What are we doing here? Oh, man. Hold on. Let me try this. There we go. All right. So Joel Embiid, right? Philadelphia 76ers dealing with all types of turmoil and all this stuff. James Harden trade, blah, blah, blah. They are 10-5. Does Joel Embiid look like he's going anywhere? I don't know. They have lost 2 in a row, but it's still early. Don't read into that. But I think the Sixers are gonna do what the Sixers do all year, and I don't think Joel Embiid is gonna go anywhere. And since Nick Nurse has challenged Tyrese Maxey to be better, Tyrese Maxey has been balling. You know what I mean? He's getting the best out of Tyrese Maxey. And I think Joel Embiid's really liking the difference in style that Nick Nurse brings to the coaching staff. So I would say Joel Embiid's probably not going anywhere. To me, he's off the board. All right. Boston, there's nobody we can get from them. Orlando, there's no superstar player that we're going to grab from them. Milwaukee, even though I think this is a kind of sketchy because I don't necessarily love the way Giannis and Dame play together. That's just me. I know it's early. We'll see. Something seems off. I know you like Ron. They're 11-5. I'm watching the games. There's something off. That's just me. I don't know. So I don't know. And remember, we don't know. I don't know Milwaukee's schedule. I know the Knicks' schedule has been terrible with all these games and back-to-backs and all this stuff. I don't know. Maybe Milwaukee's had a light schedule. Maybe they don't have a bunch of back-to-backs. Maybe their schedule is going to get tougher as the season goes, and then we'll really start to see the cracks. So who knows? I don't know. But yeah. So is Giannis going to go anywhere? I doubt it, but I would pay attention to it. But I don't think he's going anywhere.
But he would have to force a trade. He would have to force a trade now because he's resigned.
And you can't even really do that anymore because the NBA just cracked down on that. That now, if you try to force a trade and put stuff, you're going to get penalized. So, yeah. So I don't know how that would happen. Now they do it. Yes, of course. So, in essence, I think Giannis is off the board. Plus, it would take the whole Knicks team to get him. And then what do we have left after that? We already can't get guys to come in. What are we going to do then? I mean, you might say Giannis will bring other people, but what will we have? I don't know. So that's that. What do you got left? Donovan Mitchell, the question mark that's always there. He's still there. I mean, Cleveland's 8-7, and they're not flying on all cylinders, but they've also been hurt. I think Donovan's out right now. Garland's been out a couple different times throughout the season. They haven't been healthy so far. So who knows what's going on with them? Nobody over here in Atlanta. Toronto, all negotiations have ceased with Toronto. So that's over. Brooklyn's not going to deal with us. So that, Mikal Bridges thing that's gone. So that when you look at this, the East, there's not a lot here. The only team that looks like they may be sellers eventually is the Chicago Bulls, who are horrible. But DeMar DeRozan isn't a difference maker. I mean, no, he could be a difference maker. He's not a superstar player anymore. You know what I mean? So he, or even, I don't know if he was ever a superstar, but he was definitely a star. But he's not that guy. Like, he's older. He still adds value, but he's not that guy. If you guys want that superstar, just throwing it out there. Then you got Zach LaVine, who is similar to a Donovan Mitchell, but doesn't want to come to the Knicks. Like, how many times does a guy have to say, I don't want to go to that team before you say, maybe he doesn't want to go here? So
and that's Rich Paul talking.
I know. Oh, I know. And it's just dumbness. Like, I don't know what agent wants to tell their player that you don't want to go to that team in that market. Like, what? Whatever. It is what it is.
It's hate, man. It's hate.
I mean, let me ask you something, guys. I get it. Maybe you don't want to go to the Knicks for whatever reason. There maybe, and look, there may be more to this. Maybe he don't like Tibbs. Maybe he said publicly, "Oh yeah, Tibbs is a great coach," but maybe he don't want to play for Tibbs. Maybe when Tibbs was playing, he didn't like it because that could be it.
Tibbs traded him.
Yeah, so maybe that's what it is. Maybe it's Tibbs. So
possible.
So that's that.
But he don't move it for me anyway, man.
He doesn't. He doesn't move the needle in that way. I get it. But I'm just saying that's another option, right? Minnesota. And I'm just doing this. This is it because I'm putting this to bed right now, folks. I'm putting it to bed. Minnesota. Anthony Edwards. Ain't nobody getting Anthony Edwards. He ain't leaving. This is his team. Minnesota Timberwolves, just call him the Anthony Edwards. That's his team. Cat, Karl Anthony Towns. First off, nobody wants Karl Anthony Towns, apparently, as Knicks fans. I don't think he's a horrible player, but I understand you question him. He's making a lot of money. Does he have the heart, and is he the guy who can take you over the top? Is he the difference maker? I'm not sure he is, even though he's a star player.
Another playoff question.
Correct, a playoff question. And he's on an 11-4 Minnesota Timberwolves. They're playing the best they've played in years. He's not going anywhere, and they're not getting rid of him because finally their little two-pronged, monster, roster is working. This Gobert, Karl Anthony Towns thing is finally working. They're not breaking that up, so that's dead. Oklahoma City, they're 11-4, guys. Every year we start talking about, man, Oklahoma City, they got this young talent. They got all these guys. Look who they drafted. They got all these draft picks. It looks like it's finally paying off. So guess what? Shea, Gilgeous, Alexander, I don't think he's going anywhere. Another one off the board. Phoenix, they just put together their big three. Some might say Booker's somebody we got to watch. We'll be watching forever because they've won 6 in a row. They're 10-6, and they haven't even been healthy. Like, they go in spurts. None of them have really been able. They haven't had a chance to really play together. I don't think none of those guys are going anywhere, and I definitely don't want Durant. But that's me. You know, I'm biased.
And I don't want Bradley Beal either. He's on his yearly vacation right now.
Nope, don't want him either. Denver, there's only one guy over there. That's his team. He's not going anywhere. Sacramento, who's the guy, the difference maker that you're saying, I want this guy on the Knicks? I mean, De'Aaron Fox is a point guard, but that don't work, right? Because he's a point guard. You got Houston, nobody over there. The Lakers, LeBron, negative. Anthony Davis, negative. New Orleans. Now, here you got two guys that everybody keeps mentioning. And I know I skipped Dallas because I'm going to come back to them, guys. Brandon Ingram, does he have all the talent in the world to be a special player? Yes. Does he really look like it to me? No. He's a good player. He definitely goes out there, gets his buckets. He affects the game. But is he like next level over there with New Orleans? Because I think he could be doing like this. In essence, New Orleans is his team, right? I know they got Zion now, but Brandon is a monster. He could really take over games and put a staple on that team. He has not done it. It's like there's something missing. You know, you can be a really good player and not be a player that gets your team to the next level. It's happened. So I just feel like there's something missing there with Ingram. And then once he gets it going, because you know how it is, he gets hurt. That's a question mark. Zion, I know people are like, he's definitely one of those generational type talents, but he hasn't proven anything yet. The Knicks are ready to start being that win now team, or they are a win now team already. I don't know if Zion's ready to make the difference. He doesn't have the experience. He hasn't proven anything yet, and he hasn't played enough to prove anything yet. Maybe this is the year. I got to see it first from Zion to say, oh, wow, you saw how crazy Zion was against that team going down. You saw what he did in the playoffs. They got out of that first round because of how Zion was playing. I got to see that first. So I don't agree. Golden State, they're just old. They got players over there. Nobody wants Klay Thompson at this. I don't even think people want Steph Curry at this point. Like, he's a great player. Don't get me wrong.
I'll take him.
Yeah. No, I mean, now don't get me wrong. Steph Curry might fit us because we need that shooter, right? So that for us, he works, but he's not leaving. Golden State, he's retiring in Golden State. It's over. Clippers, nobody wants anybody over there in the Clippers. You know why? Because of the money and the age. Portland, all young players, nothing proven over there. Jermaine, what's his name? Jeremy Grant is a good player he might help the team and might give us something. But I think Jeremy Grant is one of those guys you bring over if we lose Julius. You know what I mean? He's like a replacement. So that don't work. Utah has nobody of that question. Memphis, their best player is still serving his 25-game suspension. And as far as character goes, you know what I mean? And then you got San Antonio, a young team that's struggling with Wemby. And that's it, guys. So who's the superstar player that you think the Knicks can go out there and bring in realistically? Because I don't see it. Now, the only team I'm looking at is maybe Dallas, because I just don't like what they did with their roster. I know they're 10-5, and I just don't like what they did with their roster. So maybe Luka gets discontent after another year of this. So, I mean, and I know Luka's the type that would love to play in New York. That's it. I don't maybe. But how do you get Luka? Because the only way the Knicks can get Luka is if they sign him as a free agent. Because Mark Cuban ain't never trading with the Knicks again. Not after what happened with Jalen Brunson. Once again, guys, where do we go from here? That's all I'm saying.
Go back to the Clippers a minute. Because that was interesting. Right. And I even thought about it this offseason where they were talking about PG-13. I thought that maybe they should have put a little bit more effort into maybe getting him to agree to an extension, but an extension based on performance, games played, things like that. I mean, for a gamble like that, if they would take something like that, I mean, for me, I would prefer Kawhi because I think Kawhi on the
Agreed.
Knicks would be perfect if he plays. Again, if he plays. But what I'm saying, you can take a chance and try to offset that gamble by signing him to a incentive-laden contract. Approve it. Hey, brother, you pay 65, 70 games for us, you get this, you know? And that way you prove you're not really losing a whole lot. Because, like you said, Ron, there's not a lot out there. It's none at all. And we got to get inventive with our stuff. You know what I mean? And one of the ways that I was thinking about, hey, man, we got 4 number 1 picks this year. What's stopping us from taking those 4 number 1s and taking them and turning it into one high pick? You know, one pick where we can pick 1, 2, or 3 and get a difference maker on this team. I mean, you know what I mean? Because, you know, we're not going to pick 4 guys. We're not going to add 4 rookies to this squad, and not with Tibbs. You know what I mean? But we guys got to find inventive ways to try to better this roster. And one of the ways, like I said, man, is do our scouting and see if there's a player we can draft. Because, look, as it stands now, teams like Detroit, maybe not the Magic because they're looking good, but you're looking at a team like Detroit, they're looking to be in the lotto again, man. You know what I mean? It's so how many years in a row they've been in the lotto, and if you look at their lineup, guard, shooting guard, they pretty much got a high picking rookie at each position. You know what I mean? They set at center, they set it at a power forward, they set at shooting guard, they set at point guard. So, you know, do they really want to pick another guy? You know what I mean? So a team like that, that's already set as far as rookies and stuff like that, maybe that's somebody we can bait in taking some picks down the line and trade for a higher pick this offseason and fill that need and look for that, you know, small forward or shooting guard that we need.
Yeah. You know, the flip side of that is I think in the end, what's going to wind up happening is the Knicks aren't going to be able to get any of these star players. I think what you're suggesting, I can't even get that out. What you're suggesting, thank you, is something that is plausible, and you would love to see these NBA teams do that with certain players. But a lot of incentive-laden contracts don't happen in the NBA because it's just the style of the structure of how they do things is more, you know, it's kind of guaranteed as far as what you do out there. And so especially for a star player, they don't want to do that. They and what they have going on with the CBA and the Players Association, I don't think they really allow for a lot of that to happen in the NBA. So because that would be great. I've suggested that in the past too, but these players, they're not giving away money. They know they're guaranteed certain money anyway for the most part when they sign these contracts. Why am I going to do something to benefit you guys more than it benefits me? I'm not, it's a selfish way of thinking, but it's the standard way of thinking because that's how it's always been. So I can't be mad at a player. I hear you though. And that would have helped me if Paul George would have said, okay, I'll do this. Give me this base number. Maybe the base number is 30 million, right? If I play X amount of games, I get another 5 million. If I do this, right, then I get another 5 million. And if I do, you know, I don't know what it is. I'm just throwing stuff out there, guys. But I'm saying like some ways to get him back to kind of where the number he wants it to be, but still making it worth our while. Because like if he's doing this and making these benchmarks and he's healthy, then it's worth it. We can't be mad at him because that's what we wanted from any player. But these players just don't do that, especially in the NBA with the way things are. It just doesn't happen. But I would love to see that. And like the Clippers are an interesting team, but once again, guys, with the Clippers, I know people look at that Clippers record. Let me see. Where is it again? That Clippers record, and you say 6-8. Oh man, it doesn't look good over there. It's not working. 6-8 is 14 games, guys. I love to go back to it. I hate to bring it up, but it's always a good point of reference. I say it all the time. The Miami Heat, first season, Chris Bosh, LeBron James, D Wade, that first month they looked trash.
He went down in to start,
yeah. They didn't look like horrible, but they didn't look good. And people have been like, "Oh, this is not. Well, look at this. This is the big three." After that first month of the season, that big three turned into a monster. So sometimes you gotta it's very tough to get 3 guys And then in their case, they got 4 guys with the Clippers: Harden, Westbrook, George, and Kawhi, to get together and figure out how we all play together. Who likes this? How do we make this, work? Take some time. So I wouldn't say that it's not going to work over there. They just need a little bit more time. Same thing with Milwaukee. I'm paying attention to it because I don't like what I see right now, but that doesn't mean it won't change.
But
so yeah, you just got to pay attention.
The one thing, Ron, as far as like we were talking about the contracts, I'm looking at Kawhi and PG because of their age and the history. I don't think there's many teams that will offer them the max. Do you? If they decide to go free, I mean, I don't see. Maybe the Clippers will gamble.
I was gonna say maybe the Clippers where they're at, because remember.
But other than that, I don't think they have many, options.
I mean, you might be right. They may not have a lot of options over there. But if like a team like I don't know, man, because Miami's been kind of getting by with this way, but maybe they get fed up of this current program they're on. They say, listen, we got to put some money together to go get that guy. Because how great would Paul George be over there with Miami?
True.
That'd be tough. That'd be tough. Just saying. Yeah. So, like, you never know who would show up. But I definitely think the Clippers will give them the money because, one, the Clippers have the money to give because it's LA market, and that their owner over there, that guy, he loves that team. So he'll do whatever he has to do to not only try to make the team better, but also to keep the fans in the seats. So that's and plus it's LA. So yeah, it's a tough one. Not to say that they will stay over there, but we'll see what happens. But I hear you. They don't have a huge market for making the money they may want.
I just think that there was talk about them thinking that this Kawhi Leonard and poor George thing is just not working out for them. I mean, they got 4 years vested in this, this lineup, this roster, and it's just, I think this them acquiring Harden was a desperation move to try to get something out of this. You know what I mean? And basically, the problem is, man, when you got 4 alpha dogs, man, it's hard, man, because when you're getting back to what you said about Miami with LeBron and Bosh and Wade, it took Wade and Bosh saying, hey, LeBron, you steer the ship. We're going to stay back. We're going to let you be the man, and we're going to stay back. Because Chris Bosh was averaging over 20 points a game with Toronto. He went to Miami, and he barely cracked 15. Dwayne Wade stepped back, and I guess, that's the only way it works. But with them guys in the Clippers, I don't see that. I see where Westfall, he decided at Westbrook that he's finally decided he's going to go on the bench, come off the bench.
I honestly don't know. I haven't paid attention to what they've been doing lately. I think I saw the first couple games, it was different. So I don't know. I don't know now.
Yeah, but, I just think they might be tired. That might have played out over there. So, but I think one man that we could trade for that would bring us over the top and put us in championship contender this year, it would be Kawhi Leonard.
Okay. I mean, don't get me wrong. I can see the benefit of Kawhi and what he can do to help this team. And defensively, I mean, he gives us that person that really will help us lock down guys. The only issue ever with Kawhi was, can he stay healthy? If he's healthy, he's fine. So yeah, I mean, listen, that's maybe something that they have to look at. I don't know if I would worry about that, because if we're getting Kawhi, then I feel like Quickly is gone. Like, you know what I mean? Like, the Clippers going to want something that so I don't know. That's a little scary proposition. So I'm a little worried about that. But we got
to deal from our strengths, so you know what I'm saying? We got to trade from our strengths. Other than that, we deplete our roster. We deplete our team, what's working. We want to add to this formula. We don't really want to break it up and start, brand new all over again, because we have some pieces in place. You know what I mean? But if we can trade from our strengths, which right now our strengths are all these guys we got that could be at shooting guard, and we can put at shooting guard. We can move RJ back to shooting guard. We can start Quickly. We can start Dante. So obviously that position is our strength to deal from. So that's why I'm saying we need to make up our mind on quickly what we're going to do.
Right. Let me ask. Look at the chat real quick, and then get G Money's thoughts on a couple things. Shout out to Rudy Tay. Appreciate you. And hope you had a happy Thanksgiving. Shout out to Bricks Nation. Hope you had a happy Thanksgiving. He said, go get Kelly Olynyk from Utah. He'll be cheap. Backup 4. That's something I've wanted. Kelly Olynyk, on the Knicks a long time ago. It never happened, but I hear you. I'm with you on that. Staffordon says Detroit. I think maybe you're talking about when we're talking about trade partners. Let me see here. There's a couple more people. Oh, Dwayne Dennis, what up? What's good? Happy Thanksgiving to you and yours, Dwayne. Hope you're doing well, brother. Black Thought said, and shout out to you. Happy Thanksgiving to you, bro. He said, didn't we have Jeremy Grant when he first came in the league? No, we had
his brother.
We had his brother. Actually, we had his brother twice. Jerry N. Grant. Yeah. Yeah, because he's one of 3. Actually, there's 3 of them. Yeah, Luka isn't leaving. I know. I don't think he's going anywhere either. But at one point he may get fed up. I'm just saying. Like, it's only so long because Luka only thing Luka needs now. Did Luka get the MVP? No. Maybe he wants an MVP as well. But I mean, he's like done a lot in this league so far. So, what up, P. Ramos? What's good, my brother? Appreciate you. Happy Thanksgiving, as always. Let me see. Okay, Boogie Down BX, salute, brothers. Appreciate you. Happy Thanksgiving. Okay. All right. Now, so Sherwin had said something about how are we going to be able to sign quickly? Well, remember, we are where we're at in the cap right now, but we do know one thing, right? At the end of the season, somebody's not going to be a Knick unless they re-sign him. And why would you do that? You can't trade him now. So I think he's not going to be a Knick, and that person is Evan Fournier. And Evan Fournier is making 18 plus million, 19 million, whatever it is, but that money's coming off the books. So you say, okay, if we want to re-sign quickly, all we need is to have the majority of the money to sign quickly, and then we can go over. Now, do the Knicks want to just go straight over into that next threshold and pay quickly? I don't know. Because they're definitely going to get penalized. But someone said this to me, a couple years ago. I don't know, maybe it was D from D's World of Hoops, my guy. All of the good teams, the championship contending teams, are all over the cap. So if you want to make that next level, you're over the cap, because by that point you've already built your team up and you spent money. So that's the next level for the Knicks. If they want to be a contender, they're going to have to go over the cap and stay over the cap. And that's just the Golden State has been living over the cap forever. Like, this is just what happens with these teams when they get to those levels. So I don't really know how to get around that. Now, how you move from there, that's going to be interesting, because the Knicks haven't really done that well. There's guys out there that we look at when we look at the Lakers. How do the Lakers continue to get these players? Now, mind you, even though I say that, the Lakers are 9-7, but they're not, running through the league. You're not afraid of the Lakers, but they're a good team still. And, without those players, would they even be this good? But yet they find a way to get them. And I don't know if the Knicks are ready to be an over the cap team comfortably and still make moves around this league. I don't know if they got the cachet. I don't know if people respect this front office and Leon Rose, this whole agent thing that he's had going on. I don't know if they rock with him that way. But so I don't know if the Knicks want to live there. I don't know if Dolan's comfortable with us being over the cap all the time and no guarantee that we're going to be able to find the players to join the team. I'm not sure. That's politics, so I'm not going to get into that. Can't. It's too much speculation. So, but yeah, let me stop sharing this. But you guys got the point. The point was just that there's not a lot of people out there and there's not a lot of superstars either. Okay, so think about that. The league is changing, and a lot of the superstar players, they've moved on. And some people don't even consider them superstars. Like Carmelo's gone. Nobody considers him a superstar anymore. or even think he was a superstar. Maybe he was just a star, but he's gone. He's out the league. And there's others that have moved on. It's just a different time now. And then the young players that are star-like haven't really proven anything yet. Would you guys want Anthony Edwards? Yes. Would you guys want Ja Morant? Maybe. But Ja's got to get his head right. But yeah, I don't know. But we're not getting these guys. So that's all I'm saying, guys. Now back to what
you proved
no,
it.
but
You
one
proved
second. Back, yeah. Well, that's all I was trying to get to. Back to what Stafford mentioned with Detroit. I honestly think that Detroit trade is going to happen. I think because I'm surprised. I haven't paid attention to Detroit. I thought they were actually doing better. They are not doing well at all. They stink. They're 2-14 right now.
Lost 13 games in a row. Gee whiz.
Yeah, they've lost 13 in a row, which is crazy. They got a long way to go. So I wouldn't be surprised if they do try to get rid of Bogdanovich, and maybe the Knicks are the ones that take on. If we can move Fournier and something else to get Bogdanovich over here, I'm doing it. I'm doing it because I like the fact that the guy's tall. You can't block his shot. He's bigger than most of the guys. He's a good shooter. He shoots 40%. He shoots 45 plus from the field. He shoots 41 from three. He shoots 80 plus from the free throw line. I think the Knicks could use that. So
you mentioned something the last time too about him, where getting him allows us to make some other moves internally, like moving around. Like if we wanted to try quickly in the starting lineup, if we wanted to start Dante, because he'll add that added punch or offense on the bench.
100%, man. Because if you bring in Bogdanovich, he's getting paid whatever he's getting paid, but he's not going to be guaranteed a starting role. And he's on a Knicks team. He's coming from Detroit, coming to the Knicks, who actually are a good team, right? I don't want to say we're great yet, but we're a good team. Coming from Detroit, he's going to be ecstatic once. Plus, he's playing at Madison Square Garden. That's fantastic. You bring him here, you bring him off the bench, you make him a focal point of that second unit, like the offense kind of runs through him, which I'm sure he would love, right? You can have DiVincenzo be the primary ball handler, as the sixth man, right? You throw Quickly in that starting lineup. You can put Quickly at the 2. You can move Grimes to the bench, and now you got a different dynamic. You can even do that and rock there. I like that. I like that, and I think it definitely helps Quickly. And Quickly starts. Oh, I want to start now. You can start, and then that's another way to keep Quickly if people love that. So I don't know. I like that gives them a little bit more flexibility because one thing about Bogdanovich, sometimes he has some injury issues too. But when he's healthy and he's out there, the guy can score. He's a consistent 20-point per night scorer. So yeah, just thoughts. Nick Yak in the building. Salute, Nick Yak. Appreciate you, my brother. So I had a couple questions, and so let me get through this. I mean, we kind of talked about him a little bit, but we didn't really talk about him. Let me put this question out there because I have some concerns, and I want to get your thoughts. I'll start with you first, G Money, because I know you've been a little bit more quiet. You've been listening. Let me hold on one second. Okay, I guess everything's okay. Let's see. Where is it? Okay, here we go. So there we go. Can Quentin Grimes take the next steps to improve his game? What are your thoughts about Quentin Grimes taking the next steps? My guy, G Money.
Of course he can. The question is, will he? My thing with Grimes is he just needs to be more aggressive to the rack, needs to call for the ball, and also other guys have to find him. And Grimes is a high IQ player. So can he take the next steps? Yeah, he can. The question is, will he? We have to find out. So That's my answer. So yeah, he can. The question is, will he for me? I don't know. So Grimes has a chance. He just needs to just be more confident. Stop being too nice. That's my advice for Grimes. Be aggressive to the basket. Use your size though. Don't just wait to call for the ball. So and also just get to the hoop though, because Grimes does have some athleticism though. And if he could just be willing to shoot the ball with confidence, he'll be fine. So yes, he can improve his game. Will he improve his game? We'll find out. Muted. Ron, you muted.
Oh, my bad. So I'm talking. I'm like, my bad.
You're good.
So, I mean, do you think? I mean, but I hear what you're saying, G Money. But do you think he has the ability to take the next step? Do you think it's a possibility that he just has to tweak a couple things and make those changes, or is it just not going to work for him at all?
I think it is a possibility. I think it is a possibility, though. I think it is.
Mm-hmm. Do you have an idea of what he probably needs to do to get to that level?
To drive to the basket a little bit more. Also, the fact, to me, what he needs to do better, he needs to drive to the basket a little bit more. And the fact that I would like him to see have a mid-range shot, though, not just shooting a bunch of corner threes. See if we can get a mid-range shot in there. You get to the basket also, and also get to the line, because he's only taking one free throw this season. He has to get to the line though. Be aggressive though. That's my thing though.
That makes sense. Okay, Double A, what's your thoughts on Grimes?
I think he's a great ball player, but I just think he just doesn't have it internally. He just doesn't have that killer instinct, that desire to just be aggressive, and he doesn't. And in the starting lineup with Brunson and Randle and RJ, I mean, when you're playing with those guys, you look at when Dante was starting, for instance, he went and got his. He wasn't scared to shoot. He got his. You know what I mean? He was aggressive. He was cutting. He wasn't just standing in the corner waiting for a shot or whatever. I mean, he was moving all around. He was hitting the boards. I mean, that's what we need. You know what I mean? And I just don't think, I mean, what's his excuse? I mean, it ain't the confidence of the coach. I mean, he got Tibbs' confidence. I mean, he's in that lineup, and that's his spot to lose. I mean, Tibbs is giving him all the confidence in the world. I mean, it's just that he's just not aggressive enough. He's not. And that's something that you look at these guys that are 6 foot like Brunson and Iverson and guys like that. I mean, they had to have a certain type of mentality, man, to make it in this league, to be 6 foot and play, and not to play, but to excel. You know what I mean? And just Grimes just doesn't have it. And, we're taking a big gamble with our season to keep doing what's not happening for us. And I just think a good move would be doing what you said, Ron, trading for somebody like Bogdanovich, where we can move quickly into that starting lineup and get a feel of how he would do if he's worth the money, first of all, which I think he is.
Yeah. And that's the whole thing. It's not like the path right now, the road to the starting lineup for Emmanuel quickly is tough. But if the Knicks can bring in somebody else who can score consistently, they can do that. And I wouldn't be opposed to it. I don't know how most Knicks fans feel about it, but if you bring in a guy who can give you 20 plus points off the bench and put quickly in the starting lineup, I don't think the Knicks lose anything. I think quickly playing off ball with Jalen Brunson. You talk about Jalen Brunson breaking down that defense, the defense trying to collapse, and him kicking it out to Quickly, who is going to shoot. There's a difference there, man. That you talk about making the defense honest, and you also know that if he puts the ball on the ground, his floater game is true. Like Quickly's got one of the better floater games in the league. So like that makes the Knicks more. I mean, don't get me wrong. The Dante thing, I saw how it worked. I still think there's some question marks there over time because Dante's not perfect. He's got some stuff. There's a reason why he's a journeyman, even though he has a good all-around game. There's a reason why he hasn't stuck anywhere. If you want to get real about it, but I just think Quickly's much better as far as that option. If I could have a choice between having Quickly as my shooting guard or Dante DiVincenzo, all things included, I'm taking Quickly because I just think he does, more consistently offensively. Dante can do the same type of stuff, but Quickly's just better at it. I mean, let's not forget we've seen Dante miss tons of layups here and there. He's had his moments.
Yeah, I just mentioned Dante because I'm just saying a lot of people use the excuse like, well, he's not getting the opportunity, he's not getting the touches, he's not getting the shots, just to prove that it is there for him. He can get it if he's aggressive. You know what I mean? That's the only reason why I brought up Dante as, starting.
Oh, no, but I don't mean it like that because a lot of people bring up Dante and Dante, don't get me wrong, like Dante is probably the next best option for the Knicks because the Knicks you cannot take Quickly out of that bench role because we don't have something to make up for his scoring off the bench. Right. So you just can't do it right now. So Dante is the next best option. Agreed. We've already seen Josh Hart, and you know why Josh Hart is just not aggressive enough in his own right to be that option. And his offensive game is limited too. So yeah, I agree with that. True. But so Nick Yak says Quickly's 24 minutes, 3 assists, mostly with the ball is awful. Right. But remember, once again, when Quickly comes into the game, Quickly is coming into the game to be the scoring option off the bench. He's not looking to pass the ball to other guys who don't score as well as him. You know what I mean? That's the thing that I think sometimes as Knicks fans we miss. These guys are given their roles and they have to do what they got to do. Yes. Do you want Quickly to move the ball to his teammates when he's out there because he's a point guard from on the bench? Yeah. But if he is in a situation where the Knicks need to put up points, he's got to go get those points and not worry about others. Like it's the defense's job to stop Quickly so that Quickly has to pass the ball. But Quickly's role is to give us that bench pop because we're not getting it. There's no Obi Toppin here. So we're getting majority of our points from Emmanuel Quickly. So that's kind of that's where I'm looking at. Chef NYK in the building. Salute. He says IQ, and shout out to you. Happy Thanksgiving. IQ is getting paid whether anyone think he deserves it or not. I mean, he's definitely going to get paid. Whether the Knicks do it, that's still a question. I don't know. Building blocks in the building. Salute. What's good? Happy Thanksgiving. He said Grimes might look better on another team. That's true. That's true. I think I said what's up to. Oh, Travel Vibes. What's good to you, Travel Vibes? Happy Thanksgiving to you and yours. And same to David Smith. I think I said what's up to David Smith, but if I didn't, what's up, bro? Yeah. So, look at this. New York Knicks City and Squad. The new Knicks. What up? What's good? Happy Thanksgiving to you and yours. And the Organic Fanatics podcast. Please support, show them some love, man. Like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. All right. So, but back to Grimes. Sherwin, let me ask you something. Would you rather have Bojan Bogdanovic or Fournier right now on your team? I don't care what team it is. Would you rather have Bojan Bogdanovic or Fournier? Go ahead. Tell me. Because the point is, even you, to me, surprised me because you already know the Knicks are top 5 defensive team right now. And their Achilles heel has so far been scoring consistency, right?
Mm-hmm.
So why wouldn't you want a guy like Bojan to come in and give you that extra offensive pop? And he's a good 3-point shooter. Why wouldn't you want to add that to the team if that's what you're missing? Now, you might say, well, he's just as bad defensively as Fournier. I don't know if he's just as bad, but whatever. You might say that. But offensively, he's not a one-trick pony. He's just not all about shooting a 3, and you could kind of limit what he does out there. Bojan can put the ball on the floor a little bit. He's got a really good mid-range game. And I just think he's a little bit more versatile offensively. So why wouldn't you want to add that to a team that's lacking that? I get it. He's not perfect. But like I said, we just did the little exercise. If you can find the guy that the Knicks can bring in here right now, tell me who it is. Because I don't see it. And all the other guys, like you like Trey Murphy III. Trey Murphy, Why would the Pelicans give up on Trey Murphy III and send them out of there when they got question marks all over that team? It just like there's guys that we just can't get them. I don't see it. Shout out to Wesley Robinson. Appreciate you. He said, salute Kings, get Grimes out that starting lineup. IQ and Brunson were in their bag last night. That's true. They were definitely getting busy. So back to Quentin Grimes. I think that Quentin Grimes needs help from his teammates and help from his coach. I think he's just the type of player that he's far removed from being a point guard. I know he used to be a point guard in high school right before he got into college. He's not that guy anymore. Okay. The skill set that he had and the ability to ball handle and, do different things. He's different now. He's just not there. So he can't really develop and get his own shot the way you'd like him to. So he needs help. And that means that guys like Brunson and guys like Tibbs need to run plays for Quentin Grimes. They need to find ways to have him coming off screens, curls, pick and pops, all that good stuff. I don't know why it's so hard to say, because the Knicks run some of this stuff already. But why are you not running it for Grimes? This is what I'm trying to say. He can be one of your better shooters on this team, but he just can't get his own shot. So why not run things to get him open? Now, maybe you don't see that happening in the starting lineup, which I can agree, guys, but let's get it going for the bench. Let's get that stuff going for the bench. Why not? Get him open. Yeah. Let's start running some plays for Grimes and let's make him be aggressive. How do we go from, hold on, let me give my second example. Hold on, where is it? Okay, here we go. I'll find them right now. Stats. I mean, I hope it's loading up. I don't know what's taking so long with this. Is NBA.com having an issue today? Yeah. It's still here we go. Nah, it's not working well. Let me switch to ESPN. Bear with me, guys. Sorry. There we go. Okay, got it. All right, so let me share a screen so you guys can see my next example of when your teammates and your coach understands what they need to do to get the best out of you. So, guys, I want you to look at this. Look at these numbers right here. And let me scroll down a little bit. All right. Now, as you can see, the NBA season started on October 26th. All right. First game of the season. I think that's the first game of the season. 31 points. Next, 34 points. Next, 26 points. You're like, whew, this player can go get it, right? 8 assists, 7 assists, 4 assists, 10 rebounds, 6 look good. And then all of a sudden, 18 points, 22 points, 22 points, with still like 10 assists, 11 assists, still very adequate, right? And at this point, you might be saying, man, this guy's still playing pretty good. There's nothing wrong with it. But what does the coach do? The coach says right around this time with the 22, 22, and 18, I need you to do more. You can do so much more out there on the court. Like, I appreciate this, but this is not, you're better than this. This is what the coach said to him. Mind you, 22 and 10, 22 and 11, and your coach is saying, I need more from you. You're better than this. 25, 9 and 5. Then he goes 29 and 11. Then he goes 50. Then 27, 20. Like, he has some moments where he's been kind of going up and down. But the point is, After he had this conversation, right around this time, the next game was 29, the next game was 50, and then 27, right? This player is Tyrese Maxey.
Mad Max.
Because Nick Nurse told him that you are better than what I'm seeing. He's a game changer. He's averaging 26 points for the season, 4 rebounds, 7 assists on 46% from the field, guys. Tyrese Maxey is a beast. And, you know, apparently Tyrese Maxey was saying he wanted to be a $200 million man. He's going to get that money. It is what it is. That's just how it is. And of course, that's another thing that Quickly's got to look at over there. Like, man, you know, we went to the same school. We were like neck and neck. Maxey is getting busy out here, folks. And Quickly thinks to himself, the only reason Maxey is doing it is because he's starting and I'm not. That's fair.
And he's getting the shots.
Yeah, that's fair. I can't be mad at that.
But let's be real. If Quickly got the same attempts and the same time as Maxey, I think his numbers would be right around there. Maybe a little short of that, but
that's what I'm saying. I could agree that Quickly might be able to do something similar. I think Maxey's a little bit more explosive than Quickly because of the way his game is, but Quickly would be right there with him. Like instead of 26 per game, maybe Quickly's averaging 23 or 24. You know, I don't know. But yeah, I could agree with that.
Mm-hmm.
So my point is that's your coach believing in you, saying you can do more and you're already doing well, but I know you can do more. And that's the type of thing that you want Tom Thibodeau to do. And I'm not saying Tom Thibodeau is not doing it. I'm just trying to say Tom Thibodeau is not necessarily doing it quickly. He might be doing that with RJ. He might be saying something to Brunson or maybe even to Randle because those are his 3 guys. Like, even though people say Quickly is his guy, I think sometimes with Thibodeau, he knows that he Quickly is a bulldog and Quickly knows what to do. So he doesn't have to tell Quickly a lot. And that's not necessarily, and I say that because I look at how I feel like Tom Thibodeau doesn't empower the guys who have low confidence on the team. Like he didn't empower Obi. I don't think he's empowering Grimes. So if you've been around in a different job before, there's jobs where you got a boss that you know is always giving you confidence or telling you certain things because they think that's the way to pull the best out of you. Then you got another type of boss that is only noticing when you mess up or trying to say negative stuff, wondering why you're not doing this right because they're not going to babysit you and expect you to do it. Tibbs to me is that type of, I'm not going to babysit you. I know you're good. Let me give you the tools to succeed, but now it's on you. He's that type of guy to me. So I could see him not saying a lot to IQ. I could see him not bigging up Grimes and doing the extra stuff because he doesn't necessarily think he needs it. He wants the players to take that next step, but Grimes needs it. So that's the type of stuff I'm talking about. That's all I was trying to say. I just think that's a situation where Knicks need to do a little bit more to help Grimes. He's not going to do it himself if they don't figure out ways to help him, in my opinion. Now, if he goes to another team, maybe he's in a situation where it's better for him so he can do more stuff on his own. But with the Knicks, when we already got all these other pieces in play, it's tough. It's tough. Shout out to Marvin Smith. Appreciate you, brother. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, no, I agree. No, I mean, that's not a question. I think everybody can say that Tyrese Maxey is a little better than Quickly. We know that.
Everyone who's an objective Knicks fan, if you're objective Knicks fan, will say if you're not objective, then that'll be a little bit different.
True. But Quickly is not that far from him.
Isn't Quickly better defensively though?
He's probably a little bit better defensively, but Maxey's no slouch. You know what I mean? He gives effort. And it's not like Maxey is bad defensively. It's just Quickly might be better defensively. True. Agreed. But Maxey's a better scorer.
That's right. And shot creator.
Yeah. Worldwide L, what's good? Salute, my brother. Appreciate you. Hope you're doing well, my brother. Happy Thanksgiving to you and yours. And same to you, Marvin Smith. Happy Thanksgiving to you and yours. Sha Powers in the building. Salute, my brother. Please, guys, if you haven't checked out Knicks Real Talk with Sha Powers and Divine, you know, what are you waiting for, man? Please show them some love. Salute. Happy Thanksgiving, my brother, as always. Yeah, okay. So I think I got everybody.
Ron, did you notice? One thing we didn't bring up. I don't know if everybody noticed it last night. Was something I haven't seen out of Tibbs. He benched Randle.
Most of the fourth, he did.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I mean, it's not something that he hasn't done before. He's done it. It's only noticeable if it makes a difference, and it made a difference last night.
Oh
right?
yeah,
Shout out to D-Raz, by the way. Salute to you, my brother. Happy Thanksgiving, gobble gobble, all that good stuff. Randle. Speaking of, I mean, I think we talked about Quentin Grimes for the most part, but speaking of Randle, I think last night was a tough one for Randle because in the end, Randle's numbers weren't bad, right? He wound up having a decent all around game for the Knicks, but
his turnovers were crazy.
Was horrific, man.
Really more in
and
the
it's not
half.
yeah, and he's had. But these 6 turnovers were just bad. In this game where the game was close, they could have changed the outlook of what was going on out there. Like his turnovers could have been the difference for the Knicks. Like the Knicks could have, instead of having a tight game where we wind up going up 51-50 to go into the second half, the Knicks could have had a nice lead or something, if the turnovers weren't as prevalent. So yeah, they mattered. It definitely did matter. So it's tough, man. I don't know what to say because in the end, like I said, he finished with 13 points, which the shooting wasn't great, but he had 7 assists and 8 rebounds. So the one thing that you'll know with Julius Randle is whenever he tries to facilitate a lot, like really look for his teammates, and he does get a little careless with the ball because he has the ball in his hands and he's trying to make passes and stuff. You saw he fired a pass from across the court to, I think it was to Quentin Grimes or whoever it was, and that thing went into the stands. I'm like, this guy's throwing Michael Vick passes, like I always say. Like, he just, sometimes his heart's in the right place, but it's not always.
And I saw he resorted back to old Julius, where he's not really doing much offensively, but then he starts arguing with the ref, and his mind is still on the last play, and everybody's down court on the next play, and Julius is still sweating the last play. And I'm like, come on, man. This is a big game, bro. You're a leader, man. When you're a leader, you're supposed to set example, man. And the worst thing you can have is not getting back on defense, man, and not having your mind in the game. You let that last play it happen. It's gone. Let's go to the next play. And you see players like Brunson, man, doing it. I mean, there was a couple of calls that Brunson thought he should have, but he kept playing. He kept running down court. He kept hustling. I mean, we were on D's World a few weeks ago, and he had a interesting film where Quickly, I think, and Randle were running down court. I think Quickly was going for a fast break. Quickly fell down into the press row or under the basket. He fell, yet he still got back on defense, and Randle was nowhere to be found. He was still down court. And it's things like that, man. You love Julius. You love, his aggression. You love when he's giving that 25 and 10. But for me, it's the other stuff that makes a difference in between being a champion and not being a champion. It's those intangibles, man. It's those things that, that matter. They don't show up in the stats, but they matter. Like hustling back on defense and like, staying with the play. Those are the things that I was like, that was a big game for me, I think, for Julius, dispelling his playoff performances, especially last year with his excuse with the ankle. But it just showed a little bit more. I know he had assists, but he had as many turnovers as assists, and he was just so easily shut down. I mean, they were bringing a doubler, but that's what great players do, right? They find a way to get it done.
Sherwin, I don't know what you mean here, man. He says, I listened to all the Randle bashing. Randle commits 6 turnovers all in the first half. The Knicks was up when Randle was aggressive. In the third quarter, Randle touched the ball 6 times when the Knicks stunk. First off, wasn't Randle on the court when the Knicks went down 21?
Yeah.
Where was I don't care what you're saying. He touched the ball 6 times. What did he do the 6 times he touched it? Nothing. We didn't score for like 6 minutes. Our first basket was the
run.
Yeah, our first basket was a second of 2 free throws from Mitchell Robinson. He hit the second free throw, and then I believe the next basket was a basket from IQ. And then the next basket after that was a layup from RJ Barrett. And that's kind of why we got off the schneid of after not scoring for so long. Like, I didn't see Randle scoring there when he had the ball. I mean, you say what you will, but Randle was struggling a little bit, okay? And so when you're struggling a little bit with the turnovers, don't forget, Miami knows how to play Randle. Bam knows how to play Randle. He does a good job against Julius Randle. And in the past, we've seen Randle can go back and forth. He gets busy when he's going well. Last night may not have been one of those. He didn't have his shot. If Randle came out and he was hitting his threes or whatever he was doing early, it might have been a different game. But he didn't really have his shot going the way it's going when he's going well. So it was just a struggle a little bit, and so he couldn't get to certain spots. They were trapping him. They were making him very uncomfortable when he got the ball. He wasn't moving necessarily so good out of those traps. He was making poor decisions out of it, and so it just is what it is. Sometimes not only does it get in your head as a player, you're like, okay, let's move the ball. Let's try something a little different. But once you start getting down. And there was also a couple defensive plays where Randle was a little slow to move, right? Certain things opened up. It's not all about Randle. He wasn't the only one because, like I said, we struggled in that third quarter. It was ridiculous.
But
I'm just saying, Randle. It's not Randle bashing, is what I'm saying. It's not Randle bashing.
No.
I just said, no. Hold on one second, Double. I was just saying that. No, you good. I was just saying that he put up some decent numbers, like with the assist and the rebounds. That's a decent game. It's just that he didn't shoot that well. But more importantly, those 6 turnovers do affect the team. Like, we could have gone. Imagine if we came out in the third quarter with like a 5 or 6 point lead instead of being up 1. If you start to see, Miami coming out and they hit the first couple shots and even break it down and we're up 2. It still gives the Knicks a little bit of a buffer. Like, okay, we hit a basket. Now we're back up 4. It makes a difference. All right. Rather than the first play coming off the tip off, they score and they're already up 1. We was only up 1. And then they just go from there. I think you're reading a little too much into it, sure, when it's not bashing Randle. Randle is not the reason why we went down 21 in that third quarter. He is just a reason why we could have did a little better in the first half if we would have avoided some of those turnovers. That's all I'm trying to say. But it's not about Randle. The whole team didn't do what they needed to do in that third quarter starting. Go ahead, Double A, my bad.
No. I was saying Tibbs, even in an interview to start the third quarter, even Tibbs mentioned it, that Randle was making the wrong play. And I know he was talking about Randle because he was saying instead of kicking the ball back out to the perimeter, Randle would start trying to force passes down into the paint, and it just wasn't there. And Tibbs said it, if it ain't there, it ain't there. You can't force it. And that's where the turnovers came through. And I mean, you get back to, somebody had mentioned it. I don't know if it was on your show or the Morning Brew, but they mentioned it, and it was true. You can look at Randle, his facial expression, how the game is going, if his shot is falling or it's not falling. Because, I mean, the guy had a scowl on his face basically the whole game. I mean, he was just arguing with the refs, and he just had a scowl on his face the whole game. Like, he wasn't a focal point. He was hitting the threes and, getting all the adulation and stuff like that. And I think he still hasn't overcome that. When his game is not 100 to, give it all and everything else.
Well, the only thing I want to say about that, Double A, is I tried to kind of clear that up a little bit last night too. Randle has some issues sometimes when it comes to controlling his emotions. He still has been much better this year than he's been in the past. So we may not like it. Sometimes his mannerisms aren't that great, but he's been better. But even with that, I just want people to understand Randle wears his emotions on his sleeves, but it's not always about his teammates. It's about him. It's about who he wants to be out there when he's out on the court. And when he's not doing it, he gets in his emotions. He gets a certain way. He starts complaining a lot to the refs. You know, things happen. But I just don't want people to think it's about him being a selfish type player, and not, because once again, even though he struggled last night, he finished with 7 assists. He's moving the ball. He's passing to his teammates. So I just want to throw that out there, because he has some things that he still, needs to work on, but he gets upset. I just want people to understand sometimes it's not necessarily about the other guy. It's about him and what he should be doing or feels he should be doing out there, knowing that this is the Miami Heat team. Like, Miami Heat is a team that Randle gets up to play because he knows that these are like his peers. Like, Jimmy Butler, these are older players, they're more his class, and we have wars with them. And plus they knocked us out of the playoffs. So, he wants to play well against them too. It's always that thing. So yeah, I would definitely say that it's more than just that. So I wouldn't say it's just that, but it's more than just that. Shout out to the chat once again. Appreciate y'all. Ice Mike said, Ron, it's okay to bash Randle. Yeah. Hey, Uncle Freezy in the building. Salute to you, my guy. Blorange Tears is here. Salute. Appreciate you as always. Happy gobble gobble. I know you was putting up your tree last night. I hope everything went well with that. Let's see. Hidalgo Saul is in the building. Salute, Hidalgo. Hope you're doing well. Happy Thanksgiving to you and yours. He said the comeback happened when Randle was on the bench. It was IQ, RJ, Brunson who got us the win. That's true. They did make the difference out there. Andy says, oh, man, I'm happy if we off the IQ extension topic, because I was thinking I need to get on to settle this once and for all. Okay, Andy, appreciate you. Thank you as always. Let me see here. I feel like there was somebody I missed that I was going to shout out, but I guess I got everybody. If I did miss you guys, please understand. There it is. Kevin Went. What's going on, Kevin? Hope you're doing well. He said Randle still has problems when getting trapped. He got to move the ball. Yeah, he does. He does have to move the ball. He's got to be better at making those decisions. The league has already, the book is out on Randle. It used to be you had to double team him to stop him. Last year, was it early last year? Yeah, I think early last year, or maybe the end of the year before, teams started to say, now we're not double teaming Randle because we can't stop him. Now we're double teaming because he gets flustered and we know he makes mistakes. So now that's the new thing when it comes to Randle. So shout out to you, Kevin. Happy Thanksgiving to you and yours, man. All right. So let me get a couple people in here. I see I got Boulevard. What's good, Boulevard? Appreciate you, my brother.
What's up? Salute, homeboy.
So
you know how we do,
Money.
man. Hey.
Hey, Double A, what's going on, man?
What's up, brother?
What up? Freezy in the building. Everybody in the building, man. Happy Thanksgiving to everybody.
Yeah. Speaking
Happy
of freezing, let me get my guy in here. Big Freezer.
Hey, salute everybody.
Salute.
What's happening, brother?
Hey, man, busy. Coming through to hang out, man. To see if I could throw a rock in your shoe. Just a little bit.
We love it. We love it. We love it.
Yeah, just put a rock in your shoe.
Hey,
yeah,
Freezy,
man.
I got some pasta salad. Left over if you want some, bro.
Yeah.
Hope it's not cornbread salad, because I don't.
Yeah, bro. I don't. Yo, Bully, bro. Yo, Bully, you wild, Bully. You're a wild man, bro.
I know. Man.
Look at Freezy's caption, man. Look. I
see it. Yeah. That's
Randle,
a good one.
Y'all know I love Randle, right? Y'all know I love Randle, though.
Yes, you do.
Right.
Yeah.
But when wrong is wrong, bro. When you wrong, you wrong. So,
I mean, yeah. I just want. I like Randle. I'm like I said, I was warming up to Randle over the season.
Yeah.
Over the summer. Yeah, excuse me. Over the summer.
Yeah.
And last night just kind of made me just say, bruh, come on, man. Well, let's not revert back to that. I mean, step up, homeboy. But we won the game. Yes, we won the game. And so I don't want to cry over spilt milk or nothing like that. Just Randle, man, you gotta do better, homeboy. That's all. That's it. Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm yo, last night, bro. Last night, I know we won, right? And I'm thankful for any win in the NBA because winning in the NBA is hard.
Facts.
But bro, you got to get that whatever it is, because it appears to me like he wants to have a Mamba mentality. You know what I'm saying? But he can't go harder at stuff, right? Like I thought the Mamba mentality was lock in and laser focus, not get deterred from your goal, right? The Mamba mentality, do whatever it takes to win, take your game to another level. And he does the opposite. He out here crying, talking about challenge when you don't have any challenges. This dude, man, Randle got to say, yo, I know last night is not indicative of what he's done, right? But man, come on, bro. You got to be a leader, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like you got to be, yeah, man. Randle is like,
especially if you want the bag, Freezy.
Yeah, I agree, and he's gonna get paid because guys that are 20 and 10,
he's gonna get that bag,
and 5, they get paid, right? But man, it's like, going uptown to get those limited edition Jordan 11s, and they out of stock in your size, but they have those Ralph Sampson suede Pumas that you saw when you was a kid.
Nah.
You know what I'm saying? You're like, dang, I didn't really want these, but they here. I like them. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to and shout out to all the 50-year-olds in the building that remember when Ralph Sampson Pumas was out.
I remember.
You know what I'm saying?
I remember.
The you know what I'm saying? The red with a white
with the white, with the white, yeah. Suede joints.
Shout out to all the old heads, man.
Yeah. Yo, we used to be breakdancing. We used to breakdance at Bedford and Lafayette train station with the red and white.
Yeah,
that's the look. That's the look.
Oh man,
yeah, man.
I mean, I'm with you on that. I mean, definitely. You at some point, if we're talking about the team getting better overall, we're being very critical of Grimes and how he can get better. We were very critical of RJ last year, and kind of the year before that a little bit too. But last year we were a lot more critical of RJ, and to start this year, hoping that he makes a change, and we're happy with what we're seeing. We want to see that coming from everybody on the team. Just like we've started off the year, people were being critical of Brunson for certain things he was or was not doing as far as passing the ball and looking for his teammates. And he's done a better job of trying to do that going forward. I don't think it's because of us, but he knows, and the coaches know. So, yeah, like this is type of stuff that you want to see better. And for Julius, like, I think that's a little tweak that Julius could be better at. Stop turning the ball over so much and making better decisions with the basketball. We're not saying be a better rebounder. We're not saying take better shots because Randle takes the shots he takes. And even the defense. There hasn't been a lot of complaints about Julius's defense, even though I think we've just come to expect. We know what it is. It is what it is, right? But the turnovers, yeah. I mean, at some point, just listen. Don't throw the ball. You know what I mean? Just tell somebody to come to you and let me hand it off to you or something. I got to get this ball out of hot potato. He's throwing it across court into the stands. Like, what are we doing? Like, gotta calm down a little
that was
bit.
a bad pass. That pass had too much heat on it.
Yeah, I told you he got a Michael Vick on, Uncle Free. I've been saying it forever, B. He got that Michael Vick. I'm telling you. Yeah, he gets flustered, man. I don't know what it is. And sometimes I get mad because I know it's a conscious thing because I've seen him do it better before. Right. Just expect the double team. Anticipate the double team. Know that it's coming. And when it comes, make the move. Make the move what you got to do. Like, get the ball out of there. Don't wait until the double team is all over you to now I got to pass it. Now I'm like, I got two guys over me. I got to get over the head and throw it out. Like, what are we doing? Just anticipate. Sometimes I think what they do is, and that's that you want to get the ball out of the best player's hands on the other team, whoever that may be, right? And so sometimes I guess Julius may hold on to the ball because he's hoping that maybe the double team is just a show, right? So he holds on to the ball so maybe the double team will go away, but the double team stays a lot of times with Julius, and then he gets flustered. I see what you're saying, Freezy.
Freezy,
I see what
you
you're
were saying, Freezy, you were saying, okay, 20 and 10 guy, he's going to get the bag. But the question for me is, should he get the bag from us if he continues to, not, show up in the playoffs and he continues, showing the leadership that he does? Because like you, man, I'm old school, man. I became a Knicks fan in 1970. I had the great honor to watch Walt Frazier and these guys play in person. And experience Willis Reed and Dave DeBusschere and watch that. I mean, the beauty of the basketball they used to play and all that. But when I'm saying you got a guy like Julius, man, and like you said, man, that leadership thing is big to me, man. You know what I mean? Right. And you're setting an example for your team. And if you're not hustling, man, that's the biggest example you can set is to hustle, hustle on every play. Don't argue with the referees. Like I was telling Ron a little while ago, Jalen, he questions a lot of calls that he gets, but he keeps playing. You don't stop playing. And that's what Juice does sometimes. He just stops playing. And he wears his emotion on his sleeve. And, like I said, you can tell how his game is going by the look, his attitude. He's not smiling. And that hurts me, man. Jalen Brunson could be having a great game and we could be winning, and he's got a frown on his face. It's like, your team is winning, man.
Right.
Double A, you telling the truth. I'm sorry not to cut you.
No, it's all good, brother.
You are so much telling the truth right now, because I mean, I know when I'm like I said, I'm trying to conform to Julius and whatnot, and I'm trying to give him praise and everything. But where I work at and what you do in life, you see how people body language are. Body language plays a big part into how you move through life and whatnot. If you like that all the time, man, I don't want to deal with you, Duke. Like you acting like a little sucker right now and whatnot, man. Play the game, bruh. Play the game and stuff like that. So if we in certain situations, if I see Uncle Freezy, if I see Ron or G Money, Double A, or whoever out there, if I see your body language is off to me and I see that you're not down with it, man, I ain't messing with you. I'm gonna do what I gotta do. I can't mess with you, Duke. And whatnot. I gotta do what I gotta do to win the game, to make it home to my family and make it home to work. I mean, from work and stuff like that. And I'm not knocking homeboy. I'm not knocking Julius, but sometimes he don't be acting right. He don't be acting right, Duke. Sometimes I'm sorry. So I don't know. Sherwin ain't gonna jump on there or Mega or whoever. I'm calling dudes out and whatnot. Yeah, but like if you act like that, bruh, I can't mess with you. You know what I'm saying? It's like if it's knuckle up time and I need you to throw up them knuckles and we need to throw some bowls and stuff like that, and you acting like a little female, I can't mess with you. I'm sorry. I'm gonna say it like that.
Well, the one thing I will say is, like, I didn't love that at all. Right. But I do like the fact that when he came in the fourth, he didn't do anything to hurt the team. He just went out there and tried to help with his assignment. He was quiet, and it wasn't like it wasn't pout Julius Randle, like I'm gonna be like a little kid now, like we in high school, and now I'm gonna cry in the corner, or y'all ain't giving me the ball or whatever. I'm just gonna be like this, because the reason why I'm saying that for a purpose, because 2 years ago I saw Julius do that. You guys remember 2 years ago
the Chicago game,
the
Chicago game when he had a bad game, and then we were winning and we won the game, and he pouted like a little kid. The Chicago,
you know what I mean? You know what I mean? Like I've seen that from Julius. I didn't see that last night, but I did, so I was happy in the fourth. He just kind of acquiesced and he didn't make it worse for us. He kind of played whatever we had going on.
He stormed off the floor. Remember that?
Yeah, that was horrible, bro. That was horrible.
That was bad.
And what else did and I've seen, remember there was I think 2 games in a row he did it.
Uncle Freeze, by the way.
2 games in a row that people were getting on him. Or I don't know, maybe the coaches was getting on him. I don't know. But he was getting a lot of criticism for, not finding his teammates and chucking and doing all types of stuff. And the whole game, all he did was pass the ball. He would have open shots and he just passed the ball to his teammate. Yeah. That was a little.
He did the Kobe thing. Remember they did that to Kobe.
That's the pettiness.
They did that to Kobe one. The year Kobe won. The year Kobe averaged 37, 36. And they were like, Kobe, you shooting too much. And then Kobe went out. And I think he even had a layup and waited for somebody to come and he gave him the ball. And the Lakers wound up losing that game. Yeah, and the Lakers, I think Kobe had like a breakaway dunk. He turned around and he gave it to the dude, and the dude got, and everybody knew then, like, okay, right. No, we need Kobe to shoot it.
Yeah. Like it's just that's type of stuff. So I'm glad he didn't do that last night. I think he's kind of he's a little bit more mature than that. But I just think that sometimes, like, Randle needs to understand that even though we know you're very talented, can do all these things, can pass the ball, you still got to understand that the one Achilles heel, or one of the ones that we all know about, is when you get flustered, when you get trapped, you sometimes make bad decisions. That's why we brought in Jalen Brunson, to be another ball handler for this team, so that you don't have to be in that position and be caught up in where you're going to make these decisions. And I said this a couple games ago. I've been noticing that the Knicks have been putting Randle in that situation again that I don't like. He's been getting the ball and having the ball in his hands maybe a little too much in certain spots where I think the ball should be in somebody who's a capable ball handler. I talked about this. It's not a knock on Julius. Julius can pass the ball. That doesn't mean he's
Ron, can I ask you a question then to that?
Mm-hmm.
So because I think what happens is like we have 7 or 8 different narratives or discussions going on at once that lead to Randle, right? Like we have 7 roads that lead to Julius Randle. Like what you're saying right now, and what I've heard people say before, right? Like I heard Josh Hart is overpaid. I hear Dante DiVincenzo is inconsistent. I hear Quentin Grimes needs to improve. I hear Emmanuel Quickly is not as good as X player around the league, right? I hear Jalen Brunson needs help. I hear RJ Barrett is about to turn the corner. I also hear that Mitchell Robinson needs to add such and such to his offensive bag. I hear Tom Thibodeau's offense needs to A, B, or C, depending on how you feel about him. And then when I hear Julius Randle needs to not help out in all those issues, because I think all those issues lead to Randle, right? That's why Randle handles the ball as much as he does, because Quentin Grimes is not a ball handler, right? Randle handles the ball as much as he does because Josh Hart, as much as Ron loves him, is not necessarily a secondary ball handler at his size, 6'5", 205. He's not a primary ball. This dude is smaller than Bradley Beal, right? But he's playing power forward on a second unit for us, right? And then when you talk about Quickly maybe being inconsistent or not as good as this, and RJ may have flaws in his game that lead to all those roads lead back to Randle. That's why Randle is handling the ball, because for his position, he's an excellent passer and ball handler, right? But at the same time, yeah, Bully, come on, bro, don't do that. Name another power forward that has handles like Randle.
Randle, okay. To a
right, just name one, and I'll name one too.
Poor George. PG-13.
Poor George not a power forward.
Okay, my bad. So, okay, but my man loses the ball a lot. with that spending and winning.
But my question was name another power forward that has handles like Randle.
I don't actually. I'm not gonna front on you, Uncle Freeze. I don't have one. I'm not gonna lie.
Right.
I like Sabonis.
Well, right. I got one, but I don't want to name him.
I was good. Maybe
I don't have one.
Maybe Pascal Siakam. Maybe Pascal Siakam. Right.
Jason Tatum.
Jason Tatum.
He's more of a small forward though.
But he was a small forward inflated into a
right.
Forward, right.
What about
that's the reason why I didn't say Kawhi Leonard, because he was a small forward that was inflated into a power forward also.
Right. LeBron. Okay, I see you, D. Coolest.
Yeah,
all right.
But he was a small forward inflated into a power forward also.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
You're right, Freeze. You're right. You're right.
Yeah. Because think about the classic power forward that you see, man. Nobody has handles like Randle, because you could say Kyle Kuzma also. Kyle Kuzma is a power forward that can. Nah, man, he was a small forward that got, and these dudes don't handle like Randle. Randle is an excellent ball handler, man, and to his credit, other power forwards can't guard him 1-on-1 in the open floor. We all know that. That's why he's an all-star. But if Grimes was an excellent ball handler, right? For instance, give an example. If we had Bradley Beal instead of Quentin Grimes, would we really be talking about Julius Randle handling the basketball? Of course not.
No, of course not.
Of course not. Another example is if we had Karl Anthony Towns at center, right, instead of Mitch, will we be talking about Randle handling the ball like that? No. Yeah, we have deficits. We have deficits all over the place, man. And when Randle steps up to handle this stuff, you know what I'm saying, then we criticize him. So is it fair? Yes, it's fair. When you're 10 feet away and you throw a Patriot missile at Dante DiVincenzo, that pass didn't have no touch on it. That was a bad pass, right? And when you get fouled going to the rim and you walk up the floor complaining to the ref while everybody else is on the other side of the floor, of course you should get criticized. Randle has a terrible attitude, man, and I think it comes from him not having situational awareness. Right, the game can't be about you. You can't be selfish. You got.
You used to get mad at me, man. You used to get mad at me for criticizing Randle. I'm not to cut you. You used to get mad at me for criticizing Randle, man.
Bro, I don't get. Bro, I know you. I don't know Randle. I don't get mad at you.
Oh, okay.
Why would I get mad at you? I know you. I know you. I don't know Julius Randle.
All right, but all right, no. All right, but like you making good points. I ain't gonna even front on you right now. You making great points. Dude gotta just get it right, man. I like Julius, man. I really do. I really like Julius, man. But sometimes you can't be like that. You can't be in diapers and pampers and complaining and whining, dude. You gotta get out there and get with your team. You gotta get with your team and play.
But you know what the other thing is too, like it's tricky because what Freezy says I agree with. It's true.
I agree too.
And he is a really good ball handler. You know, Randle improved. One thing I will say about Julius Randle, he works, right?
Yeah.
And when he has something that he needs to work on that's a deficiency, because physically, as far as stuff out there on the court, Randle's worked on everything. It's not about the skill set. Randle's got the skill set to do all types of stuff. It's about his IQ, making the proper decisions out there when he's on the court. But as far as handle, remember when what was it called? Damn, what was Julius's nickname that they used to kill him because of his handle?
Dubious handle.
Dubious handles.
Dubious handles.
Like he's improved so much more over the years. He definitely has a good handle. He's much better at that. He's worked on it. So to me, like I say, it's a little tricky because I don't have an issue with Julius Randle having the ball in his hands and playmaking because he's good at it. I just have an issue with his decision making. So how can the two coexist the right way? That's what I'm looking for. I get more upset with if Julius has that, because I've seen Julius have it in moments where there's been games. I don't know if I've pinpointed a lot of them this year, but in the past I've seen it where Julius knows the double team is coming. He passes out of the double team real quick. Whoever he passes it to gives the ball right back to him when the double team moves away. Right. And they get it going again. I haven't noticed a lot of that this season. He's holding the ball more. Like, and I don't like that part of it. So I guess if that's the issue, it's more of he's holding the ball too long and he's not anticipating the double team. He's not passing out of the double team as sufficiently and quickly as I would expect. And then resetting to get back to where he wants to go. That's probably my issue. That's better. That's better. Yeah, that's what it is.
Yeah. I think it's part of it is when you're developing veterans or when you're trying to win with veterans and trying to develop young talent, you're gonna get these moments of why wasn't you here in this spot, Grimes? Right? Like when I was in my best season, I had Reggie Bullock. Reggie Bullock and Elfrid Payton knew exactly where to be so that I could get it to him and these type of things. We just didn't have as much talent as this team, right? Because this team is way more talented than that 2021 team.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
But the thing about it is this team doesn't have all the basketball experience of that team, right? So this team is more talented, less experience overall, like with your best players, and that team had all the experience and less talent. You know what I'm saying? And so when you deal with stuff like that, we know the future is bright for the Knicks. We just have to as Knicks fans, we have to understand that we're in that kind of yo, Jay Boogie in the building.
Jay Boog.
Yeah.
You got it, brother. I'll send it to you right now. Appreciate you, bro.
Man.
Yeah, man.
So while I got you guys, let me ask you this question real quick. Cause is RJ Barrett the key to the Knicks' success?
Yes.
Because I'm starting to feel like RJ Barrett is the key to the Knicks' success. Looking at last night's game, I talked about this a little bit last night when we was on MBK. I saw
that. That was dope too, by the way. I saw that.
Thank you,
brother. I actually just watched that before I jumped on.
Oh, nice. Well, we tried our best, man. So it's not easy to fill Sim's shoes, but we tried our best last night.
Salute.
I think the Knicks won because of three players. I said this, and I'm just going to give it a quick recap. Quickly keeping us in the game in that third quarter, getting his shot going, kept us in the game. All right. Some people, and there was a couple people in the chat were like, "Oh, how come you're not giving Quickly more praise, man? If it wasn't for Quickly, he's one of the reasons." I'm not saying he's the reason why we won, but I will say he's the reason why we didn't lose. He kept us in the game, kept the distance at a manageable pace where it wasn't a blowout and we had to walk away like Stephen A. Smith did in the third quarter. Forget him. So that it kept us there, right?
That was a good
that's what happened. Fans was talking about Stephen A. left after the third quarter, so it is what it is. Third quarter.
Man, Quickly held us down, man. For sure,
facts, 100%. So I give Quickly a lot of credit for that. He's a big reason why we were able to stay in the game. And then the next person I give credit to is RJ Barrett. RJ Barrett made some nice baskets throughout that game, and he played solid defense throughout that whole game, especially when we got into the fourth quarter. RJ Barrett has turned his game around, folks. He is looking good out there. I don't care what nobody says. Maybe you want to see more. I'm seeing exactly what I want to see from RJ Barrett. He's looking great to me.
Greeny, that's your boy, Greeny.
And those layups he was making, no, you good. Those layups he was making was fantastic to watch, man. And I talked about it last night when he had that play where he was stuck. And usually when RJ's stuck, I'm like, what is he gonna do here? He went up and under to the other side of the basket with his right hand because he left-handed. I was really happy to see that, man. I'm like, this guy is definitely working on some things, man. That was beautiful to see. And then outside of that, just looking at how he was playing defense, like he was getting after it just like everybody was getting it because it meant something to them. They knew that we needed to win this game, and it showed. And lastly, just about him last night, that I talked about it. That shot that Jimmy Butler got to end the game was the perfect look. Of course,
Great
Steam won.
defense, man.
But
Great
RJ was right there on Jimmy Butler, right in his face. You couldn't ask for better defense on that shot. So I gotta salute and show a lot of love to RJ. But just wanted to get around to you guys. But before I do that, I want to talk to my guy Jay Boogie. Jay Boogie, appreciate you, my brother. We love you. We hope you're doing well, man. You know, what's on your mind, bro?
Salute, salute, salute. 3 capital S's. Blessing, health, happiness to everybody on this beautiful Saturday. Hope everybody had a glamorous Thanksgiving. I hope everybody was amongst their family. They appreciate their family being with them. And I hope their family members appreciate you being amongst them. And I hope it was somebody that you might not have seen in a long time that you had reached out to and you had told them that you love them or something, you know what I'm saying? Anything of that situation. But I just wanted to come up here and rock with y'all, especially everybody that's in the chat that's, you know what I'm saying, been there for me, you know what I'm saying? I appreciate it highly to the fullest. I love you all, appreciate everything you're doing. I didn't get a chance. I wanted to rock out with Freezy. I didn't get a chance, but I caught both of y'all together. Y'all two brothers, appreciate the conversation, everything. Y'all give me on the phone, everything, texts and everything you do, man. It's no love situation amongst a team better than this New York Knicks love up under the umbrella. And we always there for one another. And through this injured time, I'm going through a little something, you know what I'm saying? But injuries do heal, even though it's hard and everything. But I can't really just sit around and not really, I get to, thinking about too much, So when I seen y'all, you know what I'm saying, I wanted to just come up here, you know what I'm saying, and rock out, like my man, like my man said in Paid in Full, you know what I'm saying? When he was going through some things, you remember he told his man, I need to go out tonight, man. I need to feel some love, man. So that's what I needed to do today. I need to come aboard. I need to feel some love and be a part, you know what I'm saying, of what happened last night, because that was hysterical, you know what I'm saying? And if you ain't on your blue, then you can't relate. But I had them toxic boys air out your Twitter space. A lot of people right now, they on clickbait. I had your forehead looking like you Stephen A. Yeah, get up out that building. Get out that front row seat. You know what I'm saying? The black cat was in the building. That was the problem, the whole situation. Everybody talking about the third quarter. No, he was sitting and looking like that the whole entire game, dude.
Facts.
The entire game.
Yeah.
What was you mad at? Was you mad that you was sitting across from where the real celebs are and you was looking at all the celebs that you want to part? What was you mad at? You sitting there like this all night long, you know what I'm saying? That was terrible. So as soon as you got up there, the whole morale of the game switched around, man. I appreciate the effort. I appreciate them not giving up. IQ, what much more can I say? You know what I'm saying? You know, when the season started, in sports, a lot of sports players, you know what I'm saying, they have certain games, certain dates, calendars circled. You can tell that Quickly had this game, this date circled on his calendar. Like, I can't wait till I see Miami again. I know I wasn't there. I was injured. I wasn't able to do what I want to do. I can't wait to see them again, you know what I'm saying? And IQ really showed off, man. Shout out to Hardenstein too, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to Tiz for making, you know what I'm saying, adjustments and rocking with him. I thought soon as the third quarter tipped off and they went out there with small ball, with Bam, and everybody else was 6-7 under, I would have called a timeout right then and there and got Mitch out that game and moved Julius to the 5 and put him with a small ball player right then and there. You know what I'm saying? But he did not make that adjustment. But the thing is, when we did make the adjustment on when they was falling off, Miami quickly tried to adjust to what we was doing. And by that time, it was too late. The momentum had changed, had switched over. So shout out to the Knicks, you know what I'm saying? Get back, not giving up that game. That was a big game. We needed that game. Amongst this play-in tournament they got on, we need that. We got 18-plus points, and we still behind Milwaukee, you know what I'm saying? We got the Hornets, get ready to buzz them out the way. But, yeah, man, I just wanted to come up here and rock with y'all, man, and let y'all know, you know what I'm saying? Right. Even though I'm going through what I'm going through, but it's not about what you go through in life. It's about what you get through in life. And always say those exact words, you know what I'm saying? So I have to, say those exact words to people that's listening at the same time, hear them and listen to them myself, you know what I'm saying? Because this too, I shall get through it. But I can't get through it without my Knick love, my Knick fans, doing what I do, being in the studio, chopping up on, you know what I'm saying, on podcasts. I can't get through it without my peoples. So I needed to come up here and shout out to the first queen, first lady. She called me early today too, and gave me a little motivation. Shout out to her. Shout out to everybody, man. Everybody that's been reaching out to me, man. I love and I appreciate y'all. And that's what the community is for. It's not just for the New York Knicks itself. It's about the love and everything that's inside, you know what I'm saying, our square. We don't have a circle that got a hole in it. 4.360 times 4. That's, you know what that is. That's mathematical term.
That's right.
I needed to be here, man, and rock on with y'all, man.
Yeah, man. Appreciate you, brother. You know how it is. First off, everybody out there, chat, show your love for J Boogie, man. Hit them fire emojis, man, for us, for J Boogie giving us some fine words. And you know what? Smash that like button and show him some love. Show this panel some love for everybody being. You know what to do. You forgot what it looks like. It looks like that. Yeah, man.
Easy.
So
that was easy.
No doubt. That was easy.
yeah, man. So please do that. Please do
I
that.
thought smashing the like button was hard, bro. You made it look so easy, bro.
Jay Boogie's the most inspirational dude on the internet, man. Respect that man right there, man. Queen's finest, man. Jay Boogie, man.
Facts.
Jay Boogie, man, all day, every day.
Before I move on to you guys' thoughts on RJ, Jay Boogie, what's your thoughts on, how do you feel RJ is the key to the Knicks' success?
No. I think RJ is the key to his own success. The key to the Knicks' success, to me, belongs in that office. Because what you're watching and you're looking and you're observing right here, right now, whatever move that you're thinking about doing is going to have to be the key to the New York Knicks' success. That's where I feel like RJ is doing what we know he should have been able to do and what we've been hoping he's been doing for the last 4 years. But he's part of what the Knicks can do, but he's the key to himself. If he believe and have faith in his own game, it's gonna feed off onto the court. That's how I look at RJ. But I love and appreciate everything RJ is doing, Yep. And then a lot of people, they look down on Grimes. Grimes gives RJ a big opportunity, you know what I'm saying, to become, who he really is. Except for last night in those closing moments. RJ is like, I'm on you right now. And I like that about him. That's telling you a lot. I'm checking you. Ain't no Grimes checking you. I'm checking you. You're going to have to do what you got to do over a bigger, stronger body.
Even IQ was checking Butler at times. People didn't notice.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
But I love what RJ got going on right there for himself, man. He balling hard, man. And it means so much to the organization and so much to the fan base. But more importantly, he got to be feeling more better for himself. Like, I'm finally, doing what I'm supposed to be doing, you know what I'm saying, with more to come.
Right, 100%. No, I agree with that. I hear what you're saying. Shout out to the chat once again. Pudge, Knicks are nice in the building. Salute to you, my brother. Salute to my guy, Ala Wise. Appreciate both y'all. Happy Thanksgiving to both y'all. And also Jeff Woods. I don't know if I've seen you in the chat before, but maybe you've been here, and I appreciate you, man. Thank you for being here. If you've been here before, and if you're new, appreciate you. Happy Thanksgiving to you and yours.
Subscribe. Yeah.
Yes, sir. G Money, what's your thoughts on RJ Barrett? Is he the key to success, or how do you feel about it?
I agree with Jay Boogie and others. I say he's not only is he the key for New York success, also for Barrett's success too. RJ Barrett's been amazing. Getting to the basket, using his size, banging the block. If RJ Barrett can keep projecting and keep skyrocketing, he'll be great. What I love about RJ Barrett, he's not scared to fail. If he fails, he keeps going. I love the way RJ is going. He keeps going, keeps pushing. Even if he misses a shot, he said, all right, and keep going again. And what I love about RJ, he ignored the criticism and just played his game. And that's what I love about RJ Barrett, though. He played his game, did not listen to the hoopla, and just, his passing is improving. He's going downhill. His rebounding is improving. His corner three-point shooter's been wet. And the fact that he's even making his free throws in close games too. So you got to give RJ Barrett and his defense has improved, closing out better. So that's what I love about RJ Barrett. So to me, he is not only the key for New York success, also for his success too.
Yeah, that's true. I can agree with that. Double A, what's your thoughts?
Well, to me, RJ Barrett, first of all, I think he took a lot of criticism earlier. And I think one thing that a lot of fans forgot was his youth. I mean, RJ Barrett is a young guy. You know what I mean? He came to the league young. I mean, 1 year removed from college, and he basically had to grow up in the NBA. And what we're seeing now is a mature RJ Barrett, that guy that's going into manhood. And the one thing I always gave him credit for, which shows a high leadership capability, is whether he had a good game, bad game, whether we won or lost, he faced the music, man. Faced all the hard questions, answered the hard questions. He was there, and that shows me a lot, and no, it takes a team effort, man. I don't think one guy is going to make the difference, in our team. Not one guy. I think it's going to be a team effort, a collective effort.
Yeah, that's dope. No, that's interesting, Freezy. Very nice. I knew he was somewhere in there, but that's nice. Let me see here. Boulevard, what's your thoughts on RJ?
Shout out to King Ribby and everybody. J Boog, I like that.
You ain't gonna shout out the. Why you always shout out Brooklyn, bro? You don't shout out the Bronx.
Shout out to the Bronx, man.
Shout out to Queens, bro. All my people in Queens.
Shout out to Queens,
all
man.
of Jacksons. If you know any Jacksons, any Smiths in Queens, New York, any Pattersons, any Greens in Queens, New York, man. If you know any Sims in the Bronx, man, all of my people, bro. Everything can't be Brooklyn, man.
When I go back to work, bro. God dog it. Oh Lord have mercy. Yo. Okay,
wildin', bro.
Yeah, I'm gonna look
shout
for
out to all my bully. Can you shout out the Williams, all the Williams in Queens, bro?
Yeah, shout out to the Williams, yo. Shout out to the Williams in New York City, yo.
Yeah.
Shout out to everybody in the Queens. Shout out to everybody
Queens, all the Williams in Queens. They're my people.
You dig. No doubt. I was just trying to give Jay Boogie the compliment on the Bernard King jersey.
I was gonna ask Jay Boogie what size that is, man.
Yeah,
but I know he's gonna
size.
say my size.
My size,
right?
My size, son.
Hey, real quick, the jerseys behind me for real quick. Honestly, they all 1X's, and the reason why I'm like that, so I don't put them on.
Okay.
Look, WWL from yeah.
That's the jersey that's for me, but them jerseys, they're not meant for me to be wearing.
Right.
Okay, got you. No, that's a dope jersey.
I just got it down into a 3X, bro. I used to be Big Freezy for real. When I first met you, I was Big Freezy for real. So, but I've been trying to get down, bro.
Hey, give me that 2X, man. I'm gonna get you something stupid, man, for real. Got you. And I say that word in a good way, you know what I'm saying, for the YouTube.
Got you.
After the holidays, bro, I got you. After the holidays, I got you. I promise. But I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna come see you and let you know that I'm in a 2X.
Okay.
Well, I tell you something, bro. You guys want to lose weight, bro. I was 240 and I moved to Florida and it melted me down, man. I'm 190 now.
Wow. That'll do it. That will do it.
Right now, 75 out here, man.
Oh, damn! You could have kept.
Well, look,
you could have kept that to yourself, Double A. You could have kept that.
You ain't had to high step on us. You know what I'm saying? Double A out here high stepping on us now.
Yeah, man. Come on, brother.
It's 32 degrees up here in the northeast, man.
Nah. Don't even say it, man. It's making me cold right now.
And we had snow. We had snow up in these mountains up here. It was not. You know what I mean? Yo, YYL. Salute WWL, man.
All right. Bully. Tell us what you think about RJ. Is he the key to success? How you feel about him?
I'm very happy for I'm very, very, very happy for RJ, man. I talked about him. I kind of dissed him a couple of times and whatnot, but he's definitely showing me that boy getting out there, he doing his due diligence, and I'm loving it. I'm loving how he played last night, despite Julius. I mean, I'm not gonna diss him either and stuff like that. I think he just need to grow up a little bit, be more mature, but RJ definitely got it in him, and he's showing that he want to be an all-star along with Brunson and stuff like that. So I'm giving RJ his props, and I'm giving Brunson his props. Julius step up and be a little more more mature and stuff like that. And And then we could. I think this team is good. Now, I know I said something last night. I don't know if Tibbs is going to be the coach that's going to push us over the top, but if we keep on doing what we're doing, I think we're going to be right in the thick of things. And I appreciate what they did last night. And I mean, just Julius, just step up, man. Just be more mature and stuff. Well, RJ is looking beautiful. He looking great. I love his play, and he getting busy. Yes.
Yeah.
I'll leave it at that.
Okay, I hear you, brother. I agree with you. I mean, I think that's true. Like, and I think both things are true. Like, RJ's got to step up and be this way for himself to grow, and he's the success to his own self. But I do think he's. I just noticed the Knicks move with a different swag when RJ's going right. The Knicks move a little differently, and the way he's making his plays lately, like these have been big plays. Let me tell you something. That 3-point play to give us the lead last night was huge, and the defense he was playing on Butler was fantastic. So yeah, I'm gonna give this guy props when I see it, because I get on him all the time about his defense. So if he's doing the right thing, I can't hate. I gotta give him the love. Freezy, what's your thoughts on RJ? And I know you kind of talked about he's key to his own success type thing too, as well as I know you mentioned that, but what's your thoughts? And shout out to that stat that you put in there in our private chat.
I was just getting ready to mention it, man, because I don't think.
Go ahead, brother. Go ahead.
Yo, so is RJ Barrett the key to the Knicks' success? I'm gonna say no, right? But not in a sense of what people think, right? I think right now, I think RJ Barrett is the Knicks' best player. I think RJ Barrett, as a matter of fact, I think RJ Barrett is the Knicks' franchise player right now, right? Even though he doesn't fly above the radar and is all over the place, right? And I know that sounds wild OD when I say it, but how many players do you know in the NBA have a night like go 1 for 5 from 3 last night and is still shooting 46% from 3, right? He went 1 for 5 last night and is still shooting 46% from 3 through 10 games. Right, that's over 50 attempts, right? And what people don't know too is RJ Barrett in only 10 games is the NBA's second best defender, right? RJ Barrett is second in the NBA in defensive win shares, and he is 1/100th of a percentage point behind Fred VanVleet. Right. So RJ Barrett, in theory, could be the NBA's best defender and is shooting 46% from 3. Right. And it went 1 for 5 last night. There it is right there on the screen. That's NBA.com.
Oh, I see it. Yep.
That's NBA.com. RJ Barrett is number 2, right behind Fred VanVleet, bro. So RJ Barrett, in theory, is the second best defender, and these people a lot of these people on the list have played more games than RJ. So is RJ Barrett the key to the Knicks' success? No, because I'm just going to say it like this. I think RJ is going to be the piece that drags the Knicks to another level, but I think Julius Randle is the key to the Knicks' success. And the reason why I say Julius Randle is when Julius Randle is right, he's the perfect complement to Jalen Brunson and RJ. But when Julius Randle is not right, he's an anchor that'll weigh down Jalen Brunson and RJ Barrett. Right? So say for instance, if we got consistent Julius Randle, I think this team is a 60-win team. Even right now, they could still win 60 games. But when we get when we get that foolishness like we got last night, when we get that crap that we got last night from Julius Randle, you can't win with him. That's a loser's mentality. You can't win with losers, bro. You know what I'm saying? And it's not even I understand his body language was bad. Like for all my people that's of a certain age, y'all remember when adults used to be like, it's how you carry yourself. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Y'all remember when people used to be, yo, you got to carry yourself better. It's how you carry yourself. Julius Randle with that mess last night, bro. We can't win with that, bro. We won despite Randle last night, but you can't expect that on a nightly basis. Julius Randle got to tighten up, or we're gonna have to trade him to Tacoma, bro. I'm sorry. We're gonna have to trade him to the New Zealand Breakers where they wear those pink and teal uniforms and all that stuff. And I love Randle, right? But I love these Knicks more, bro. You can't be like that, bro. RJ Barrett is taking his game to the next level right now in front of our eyes. Right. He is going to continue to be better and better and better and better and better. But when you got albatrosses, bro, when you got anchors, when you got stuff dragging you down, when you got flat tires, you know what I'm saying? We can't have flat tires, bro. Randle is a flat tire right now. He got to tighten up, man.
So my question
we all got jobs.
I'm sorry. Go ahead, bro.
I'm sorry, bro. I just want to say real quick. We all got jobs, right? We all got to answer to a boss, or we self-made people that got our own jobs.
We all working,
our own money.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, man, I'm not gonna bash him. I'm not gonna bash Randle like I used to do. I just want homeboy to step up, like you just said, and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, we have bosses that we have to. You know, I work for the city. I mean, y'all work. We all got jobs. We all got jobs.
Where you work at. You can't say where you work at on the internet, bro.
No, I ain't say that.
Because then people be showing up at your job, like arguing.
I wish they would. Man.
They gonna come up. They gonna house you. They gonna be out there wearing house shoes, arguing with you with house shoes on, with Debo's on.
Y'all seen Corey, man? I know he in here.
Yeah. Yo, last night on the show, he said such and such.
Good way. No, but I mean, we work. We have jobs, and we have to answer to people. That we have responsibility for people. You know what I'm saying? Randle, I don't know if you listen to the show or not, bro. You gotta do better, bro. You gotta do better. That's all. I know everybody love Randle. I love Randle. I ain't gonna front and stuff like that. But man, you gotta do better, bro. Man, stop with the diva stuff, man. Be the leader, not the diva, man.
It's true. It's gonna take a minute. I know Double A wanted to say something. Let me just give a quick shout out to Dish Dash. Appreciate you, Dish Dash. Hope you're doing well, my brother. Thank you for being here and tuning in. If it's your first time, salute to you. Thank you. Please smash that like button. Thank you for being here and rocking and all that good stuff, man. All that good stuff. There was one more. Oh, Al. I think I saw Al earlier. Salute to you, Al. Thank you for being here. If this is your first time, same for you as well, man. Please hit that like button. All that good stuff. Smash, subscribe, all that. Nick Jr. 79 is in the building. Salute to you. Lion of Judah is in the building. Shalom, my brother. Appreciate you. We surveyed 100 people is here. Salute to you, man. Thank you to all you guys for tuning in and supporting the show. We Knicks fans chopping it up. Is a fantastic Saturday. Happy holidays to everybody. Happy Thanksgiving to everybody. Once again. So Double A, what were you gonna say before?
I got a two-part question for the panel, and I think this is a perfect time to ask this question. Okay, we were talking about it before, Freezy, about based on Julius's stats, he should get paid, right? He's gonna get paid. Somebody's gonna give him a paycheck. But my question is should we give it to him? And then the second part is all right, Jalen Brunson, he's a competitor, man, and you can tell the difference between him and Randle, on the court, their attitude on the court. He's a winner. How will that affect Jalen Brunson wanting to stay with the Knicks if the Knicks decide, okay, we're going to hang on to Julius, and Julius keeps showing this type of, attitude? Because I think earlier this year they had a little minor dust up or whatever, disagreement, whatever. But, that's the whole thing. I mean, we don't want to lose Jalen Brunson. You know what I mean? But how long will guys like Jalen Brunson and Josh Hart, these guys that give their all, and now RJ Barrett, guys that give their all, going to put up with that? Not cheering the success of your teammates, not cheering on the success of your team. I mean, it should be team first, man. Forget if I score 20 points. If we won, we won. We all won. You know, so that's my question. Should we sign him, and how will that affect Jalen Brunson?
Okay. All right. That's a good question. We'll see, get people's thoughts on it. I just wanted to say real quick that I think Allah Wise had said, Allah Wise said, Ron Stunick, who led the team in assists last night? Yeah, we know it was
Randle.
Julius. And I think I already pointed it out earlier. I talked about how he actually didn't have a horrible game. It was a pretty good game. 7 assists, 8 rebounds, 13 points is not terrible. It's just he wasn't shooting great. And he made some really poor turnovers that affected the team. See, this is the reason why I keep bringing up the turnovers is because at the end of the day, going into that second half, the Knicks were up 51-50. So did the turnovers put us in a position where we were losing? No. But could the turnovers, if he had cut down, if it was just 3 turnovers instead of 6, who knows? Maybe the Knicks would have had a bigger lead. And so we could have maybe avoided Miami going on that huge run to start the third because we would have had a better. You just don't know. It's all, what ifs and all that stuff. But I'm just saying, I don't care how you look at it. Turnovers hurt the team.
Now, he played terribly, bro.
And the Knicks had a high turnover ratio last night.
Yeah,
so,
he played
but I hear you.
All money ain't good money, bro. He played terribly.
It wasn't his finest moment.
Yeah, all stats are not good stats, man. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
Yeah, he played terribly. He held the ball too long. He drew in double teams that wasn't there. He didn't face up when he had his mismatches. He did a lot of stuff wrong, bro. Y'all know I'm Randle #1 fan, bro. But I'm gonna keep it a stack, bro. When you play bad, you play bad, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's just how I feel about it. All money ain't good money, bro. You know what I'm saying? Just because the box score said he did a certain thing, nah, it ain't. No, he played bad, and then he was out there pouting like a Dora the Explorer villain. Yo, you gotta tighten up, bro. He out there pouting like a PBS villain. You know what I'm saying? Come on, Julius Randle. You got better, bro.
Since you already speaking, Freezy, how about what's your thoughts on what AA was asking?
AA, that's a great question. And so here's the thing: we got to keep it in context of right because if we re-sign Randle will be a Knicks legend, right? By the time he finishes his contract, if he finishes his contract with the Knicks, right? So he's got 2 years left. That means he'll probably play 6 full seasons with the Knicks, gets a 4-year extension, plays all 4 of those years. That means he will play 10 seasons as a Knick. And even right now, at this moment, statistically, he is the greatest power forward in Knicks history. Statistically, right? I'm not saying impact. I'm just talking about the counting stats, right? So the thing is it's okay being an ornery player. Willis Reed was ornery, right? Willis Reed was ornery. If y'all remember, anybody that remember Willis, no, he was like that too. But Willis Reed prioritized teamwork and winning over everything. Willis Reed could have averaged 30 points and 25 rebounds if he wanted to, but he didn't because winning was more important than stats to Willis Reed, right? Willis Reed could have averaged 30, but man, the way that dude played, that dude could have averaged 30 and 25 might be a stretch, but he could have averaged 30 and 18 if he wanted to, right? But he prioritized winning. The thing with Randle is Julius Randle going to prioritize winning, or is he going to prioritize validation? And what guys like Randle don't understand, what he can't get through his head is if you win a championship in New York is worth more than multiple All-Star games without a championship, right? If you ask Charles Barkley, would he give back all those All-Star games for one championship? Guess what he would say? If you ask Patrick Ewing, Pat, would you give back 10 of those All-Star games for one championship? What would Pat Ewing say? Right? So the thing with Randle is Randle is gonna get his money. He's gonna get it from the Knicks, right? The thing about Jalen Brunson is Jalen Brunson wants to win. Everybody understand that it's hard getting stars to come to New York. We are who we are. We can go through every trade scenario in the book. Ain't nobody coming here, bro. We can go through every trade scenario in the book. Zach LaVine wants out of Chicago so bad. Zach LaVine legit said, I'll go anywhere except New York. You know what I'm saying? That's letting you know right there, bro. Cat's not really feeling like coming here, even though there's a regime change and all that stuff. To the question, Jalen Brunson, RJ Barrett, Julius Randle are what we have going forward. And we have to win with this. Because we're not, a savior is not going to come here. So we have to win with Randle. We got to win with Brunson. And we got to win with RJ. I think RJ and Quickly have more potential than Brunson and Randle. In my opinion, more potential. You know what I'm saying? But there's a difference between potential and kinetic, right? Having a potential and reaching that potential is one thing, right? Jalen Brunson probably does more with this talent than anybody in the NBA pound for pound, because he's not the tallest, he's not the most athletic, he's not the fastest, he can't jump high, but he gets the most out of his talent, right? And we got to do the same thing with Randle. So Randle's going to get paid, Brunson is going to be here. They have to play it's one of them things where I can't see this front office putting together a package and going out and getting a Giannis or a Zach LaVine or anybody that's going to come here and help this group. This group is going to have to get tight and get right and play the best they can play every night, because it just might get those Knicks fans to that delight. You know what I'm saying? That championship.
Ooh,
you know
look
what I'm
at
saying?
Freezy. Bars.
Oh, was that bars? Was that bars? Was that bars? It might get us to that place that we want to be, you know. And I hate to say might, you know what I'm saying, but you know, basically we all we got. You know what I'm saying? We all we got. So it's like that movie I used to bully. What's that movie with CMB? We all we got. I think that's where we are. Because we can wish on a star and all of that stuff, man, but bro, this is what we have, and we got to rock with it. Get this roster better internally, play together, and stop being selfish, and play for each other.
Yeah, true. I mean, that. Listen, I'm no argument here. Let me just. I want to, get to Worldwide L, shout him out and everything. But I just wanted to talk about this real quick. Alawai said, even when he don't turn it over, he still leads the team in assists, but y'all call him selfish. It is true. Randle's averaging 5.4 assists. He is the best at passing the ball on the team right now. Jalen Brunson is right behind him at 4.9. But Jalen Brunson started off slow as Freezy was getting on him early in the season. He was not moving the ball, but he's been doing a much better job of that in recent times.
Bro, who cares about these Jameis Winston numbers, bro?
I know. I hear you. Hold on.
For 30 touchdowns and 30 interceptions. Who cares?
You say Anthony Young, who lost 21. Okay, sorry, my fault. My bad. I ain't gonna get into it. But look, what I'm saying is, this just shows that he's willing to move the ball and trust in his teammates, and he understands that I got to do that, right? That doesn't mean, this doesn't quantify or state if he's selfish or not. You could still be selfish, right? And do this type of stuff because you're selfish because you don't realize how your actions are affecting others, right? Him pouting, him going out there and excessive complaining. I'm not going to say he's doing excessive complaining. He's actually been pretty tame compared to the Julius I remember in the past. So the complaining to the refs, not as big as I've seen him do it, but the pouting and him looking the way he looks out there on the court, you can't do that to your teammates. I don't care how good you think you are with your teammates, how you big them up, talk to them. They still going to see that. And let's not forget, maybe it was 5-6 games ago that we all talked about it, that him doing that play and then not getting back on defense. And it was 48 seconds left and the Knicks was down, 2 points or 3 points. Like, you can't do stuff like that. You can't let yourself get out the game where now you're, you're not there for your teammates. Your teammates are trying. Imagine if the Knicks get into a situation where they lose by 1 point and it's all because Julius is arguing with a ref or pouting and making a big deal, and the other team scores a quick basket to put them up 1, and that's how the Knicks lose. Could you imagine how he would get crucified and vilified? Like, but he's giving you that type of action sometimes that you're like, come on, Julius, man, your team is playing. Like I said, I'm glad that he didn't do too much of that in the fourth quarter. He just was there, but it could have been worse. You could have deflated the whole energy. That Knicks team was so jacked up and so high with energy and knowing that, listen, we're going to win this game. That's why they kept coming back. They kept fighting. They was down like 10 or 12 points with 4 minutes left. When's the last time you seen a Knicks team come back in that amount of time with that type of deficit to win the game? Like, that was remarkable. I'm not going to take that away from them. That was great. So, but shout out to Worldwide L, my brother. What's going on? And shout out to X Productions in the chat. Appreciate you. Thank you for being here and rocking. Happy Thanksgiving to you and yours. But Worldwide L, my brother, happy Thanksgiving to you and yours. The chef is in the building. How you doing, brother?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we hear you.
Oh, y'all hear me?
Yo, that's my cousin right there. Queen's
What's good? Happy gobble, fellas. What's good?
What's going on,
man? What's good?
What's good, G Money? What's good, Freezy? What's good, Ron?
Chilling, brother.
What's good, y'all?
What is good? What's good?
Slow motion. Seen y'all up here. I've been listening for a while. Just let me come on up here, hang out with y'all guys for a little while. What's good, Books? How you feeling?
Man, I'm great, man, my brother. I was being patient, letting somebody. It was a couple more people I needed to shout out, and that was you and Hart and Fulio. But it didn't get back to me, and then you came up, man. I'm good, my brother. Appreciate you. Love you, my brother.
I love you too, bro. Love you too.
We love you, man.
And that's the type of love where you ain't got to say pause neither.
Facts. Don't even. You did when you say something like that and you disappoint me. Like when you say, I'm like, come on, man, what we doing here? Like, we can't be men. Like, what we doing?
Right.
What's your thoughts, Worldwide L? How'd you feel about last night's game, brother?
I ain't gonna front. Like, I kind of like gave up on them.
I hear you. I hear you.
I was on some Black Friday. You know what I mean? Sipping back, had something nice to sip on. Recovering from Thanksgiving. So I'm looking at the game. I see us down by 20. I'm like, this is over with. I'm like, I started thinking about the little end tournament season, what's going on with the end. I'm like, this is dope.
Oh, you and Steven.
Next thing you know, I turn back to the game. It's going to pop. And I'm like, let me find out they're going to win this game. Then when it got down, I think RJ hit the 3. It got down to 9. I was like, they're going to win this one. When he hit that 3, I had a feeling he was going to win at that point.
It was really, like I said, it was really nice to see, because that to me is the most remarkable thing. And I just want to, I know people have been talking about it and they're taking a little credit away from it, because the Knicks should have never let them it should have never got to that point. They should have never gone down 21 after being up 51-50 going into the second half. But, it spiraled out of control, right? And they just couldn't hit a basket no matter what they did. But the fact that, like I said, that is remarkable. I don't even know. I don't expect to see it. I don't want to see it. But you can't tell me when's the last time you saw a Knicks team being down 10 or 12 points with 4 minutes left and come back to win the game. Like, I don't remember seeing it. So that little part right there showed a lot, man. It showed a lot.
Yeah, it was cool.
And
I thought they was hungover from Thanksgiving, though. I thought they had that Thanksgiving after Thanksgiving that hungover. But they played. I mean, I really ain't got no complaints with the Knicks this season. I know we all can nitpick and we could say this, that, and the third. Coming into the season, we kind of knew like Boston was going to be there, Milwaukee. The team with the question mark was like Philly. You know what I mean? We didn't really know what Philly was going to do, and then there was going to be the Knicks. And right now, they saying right there, the surprise team is the Orlando Magic. Do you see the Orlando Magic at the end of the season? I don't see them there at the end of the season. So, Indiana, they started off hot. They started off the same way they started off last season, until the league catches up to that. And then you see what's happening now. You can't score 145 points without playing no kind of defense. So sooner or later, the game going to slow down. Teams going to catch up to you. So teams are starting to catch up to the paces. So I don't really see no surprises outside of the Minnesota Timberwolves and the Orlando Magic right now. Early season surprises. The Knicks is right there. You can look on the thing; they right there. So it was like you had them teams. You didn't know how them teams were going to be: Boston, Milwaukee, Philly, and then it was the Knicks. So you got the Knicks sit right there. I think as far as like what I'm also looking at, I'm also looking at how the players is, gelling with the team. Not so much gelling with the team. Let me see like how they're playing. Like you see Grimes is he's in like no man's land right now. So it's probably affecting him. I know he came back the other night, but he shouldn't have came back. I know when Dante had that good game, he rushed back. And I thought that probably was a bad move on him because he ended up having a donut that next game. He could have just sat out, but he felt that heat and that pressure. But this is how it is. This is professional sport, so it's like next man up mentality. And I think we seeing this ourselves that Grimes, we probably going to include him in the trade package or something like the team can win without him. So the thing is now, what can we get for him, including him in the trade package? I'm not saying trade him, but when I'm looking at this team and I'm looking at things of need, we definitely need some more shooting power, and we need another power forward. So we need a real power forward because when we play against teams that got size, it catches up to us. You know what I mean? Like Josh Hart, we can't keep throwing Josh Hart out there every night and telling him to get ahead and go defend Nas Reed from Minnesota. that ain't look too good, So we can't keep doing that. But I just feel like we was gonna be right here in the middle of the pack. I'm just glad that we ain't get off to a bad start. And right now we're in the middle of the pack with everybody else. We'll be a game behind everybody else or something like that. So all we gotta do is stay course. So
I hear you. I'm with you on that, Worldwide. I appreciate you, bro. Shout out to Brian Williford. Thank you for tuning in. Smash that like button if you can. Happy Thanksgiving to you and yours. He asked, how do we feel about Kyle Kuzma? I mean, listen, once again, it goes back to that whole thing. Like, he's not really moving the needle. And I feel like if you can't get that superstar type player, I think a Kyle Kuzma type player is just too. I think the Knicks need to figure out a way where they can, if they can't get the star type player, they need to live in a space where they get a guy who fits exactly what they're missing, but at the lowest cost possible. Like Kyle Kuzma makes a little bit too much money for me to say I want to go get him when I know that he needs this to be effective, and he wants, I just don't trust Kyle Kuzma personally. So I'm not a big fan of Kuzma. I know he's got game. I know he can play, but there's certain things about his game too. Like if everybody's trying to get that perfect fit, which there is no perfect fit, he's not the answer. There's a reason why LeBron said it's okay. You can go, Kyle Kuzma. Like you can put him in the trade. He can go. Like, and I'm not saying LeBron has all the answers, but LeBron has won. He knows what type of pieces on the team he's going to need to help do certain things, and they were okay with getting rid of Kuz. So I just I don't know about Kuzma, and I don't like the fact that he's over there in Washington and he's not acting like a leader. You know what I mean? They're all young over there, so Kuz is just as young, but he can step up in the leadership role because the tomfoolery and the shenanigans that are happening over there in Washington is wild to me, especially what's going on with Jordan Poole. So I'm not a big fan. Yeah, word. So shout out to you. Shout out to Amani the Great from Minneapolis. What's good, my brother? I hope you're doing well. Shout out to you and your family. Happy Thanksgiving to you and yours. I think that was it. I think I shouted out everybody else. If I didn't, don't hold it against me, man. It's for lack of it's not for lack of trying. It's just I didn't see it. But yeah, smash that like button if you can. Appreciate you guys. So yeah, I think that's pretty much what I had to cover with regards to what happened with last night's game and all this stuff. I want to get into the matchup for Sunday against Phoenix, but before we do that, do want to shout out. What's your thoughts, real quick? We'll just go around real quick. What's your thoughts about the one, the only Mr. Clutch? There's only one other guy I'm gonna call the closer outside of the closer who's here with us right now today, so I'm gonna go to him first, and that's Mr. Jalen Brunson. Jay Boogie, what was your thoughts on Jalen Brunson last night, man?
Be honest with you, and I say this respectfully when I say this. I really say it respectfully. Dwayne Wade, Kobe Bryant, Paul Pierce, even Kawhi Leonard at times, Kevin Durant, Steph Curry's, and LeBron James. You know, I'm gonna say those names respectfully because they're pretty much still playing. I'm not going into other eras. And what I mean by that, meaning clutch. They saying it right, Captain Clutch. You can have a terrible game all you want, but when you close and finish out a game on the line with that type, you know what I'm saying? Big as that game was, it's a big game. One, y'all, they eliminate us. Two, we on the verge of tournament elimination. Three, they in our same bracket, and for him to come back into that game and do what he had to do, he gave honors and praises to the bench. Thank you. You know what I'm saying? That's real big. And this is what us New York people, we like. Somebody that can get it done in the clutch. You know what I'm saying? It's hard to do it a whole game. You know what I'm saying? You're going to make mistakes. And along with Julius, you're going to make mistakes. But when you can come back and close and clean up everything you done, that's all that's dead, done, out the window, forgotten. So, Brunson, that's our little dude right there. And he's going to get that bread. He's going to get that. Double A. He's going to get that bread, and there's nothing going to get in the way of him getting that bread but himself. And what I mean by that is Brunson is bigger than money. Brunson he didn't really get those endorsements this season, but he know they're coming. And he's bigger than money because he sees the bigger picture. If I bring a championship to this city, this franchise, I'm going to go down as something that some of these other players did for other places, but it's not going to be able to match what this is. This is the biggest championship in sports that can be won. That can be won. A New York Knicks trophy is bigger than an NFL trophy, baseball trophy, hockey, any sport. If the New York Knicks win a championship, it will blow out the Raptors. You can might well say, come game one, if it's game 3 and the Knicks are up 1-1 or 2-1, and this is a game 7 series, if you're not already in New York, don't try to get in New York. They're gonna shut down everything. Y'all remember 21 Bridges when them guys went out all that money? Y'all remember what my man said? Yo, close all the bridges. That's what they're gonna say. Yo, close all the bridges. Don't let nobody else in because we ain't gonna be able to stand it. It's just gonna be too big. But man, I'm glad. I'm so happy for Brunson. You know what I'm saying? For his game, for him coming here, turning down money, coming here, facing the music, learning to see what it is for the first year, and then realizing, I'm here. This is mine, and everybody, the team, they okay with it, and he goes out and performs. He's on a mission. But I'm gonna challenge everybody right now. Everybody, do not say Jalen Brunson's name this year if you do not go and vote for him in the All-Star game. Over 9 million people in the city or whatever. They call us Little America. This is the second biggest place to America. And all his Knicks fans, if we do not go and vote for this guy to be in that All-Star game, which this game is already saying it, and no shout-outs to Perkins neither. I saw that whack list you had up there. You had Murray up there. You had Trey Young in there. He killed them last year and killed them twice this year. What do you mean you got these guys up there on those opposite top 5 guard lists? I can understand Maxey. I can understand, you know what I'm saying, Halliburton. But anything, Holiday, even though we lost, still gave him the business. Anybody up under Halliburton and Maxey, you know what I'm saying, I don't even want to hear it. So Perkins, give my man his respect. You was riding with us. I don't know why you flipped on that. And shout out to Malika. She checked him on that. What you mean? No Brunson? She finally jumped on our squad. But we're not going to come work for the state where you at on ESPN. But yeah, man, Brunson, man, we got one.
JB11.
Killer.
Brunson Bulldogs.
Yeah. Right over to you, G Money. What's your thoughts on Brunson?
Right, pretty much J Boogie pretty much just hit it right on the nail. Yeah, don't listen to Perk sometimes. Just don't listen to him. No disrespect to you, Perk, as a person. We're talking about you as an analyst. Don't listen to Perk. Jalen Brunson, the Brunson Bulldog, as I call him, man, it was a Brunson blitzkrieg in the fourth quarter, though. His mid-range, 3-ball, playing great defense, playing good defense, I should say, showing leadership in that fourth quarter. And he even said during the postgame, during the ESPN postgame, he said, the kid said, hey, when New York was down 21, he said, "Oh, this is embarrassing." He used that as motivation, and he turned up a notch, and he got the job done. What I love about Jalen Brunson, he's a no nonsense type of player. He's always at zero dark 30, go go go. Brunson always has his eyes on the prize, and he did everything he could. He was playmaking at times, scoring in the paint, got the beautiful and one in the block. Jalen Brunson, the Brunson Bloodhound, the Brunson Bulldog, was on the loose in the fourth quarter. And you got to give Jalen Brunson a whole lot of credit, man. You got to give him a whole lot of credit, man. He plays hard, was diving for loose balls, and did everything you want a leader to do, man.
Yeah, I agree.
Hey, real quick, one other small thing, because the great ones play the game, watch the game, and observe the game while they in the game.
Mm-hmm.
And what he did in late in the game, after he got the N1 on that dude, the very next play, hold on, quickly, bring him here, bring him, pick. Quickly don't set picks. No, you get ready to set a pick now. Set a pick right now so I can swap out and get that rookie over here. Get him over here. That's what you call observing the game and having knowledge for the game while you're in the game. That was a very big moment right there. Give me that high screen and pick. Bring that dude. I know you don't set screens. I know you're used to screens being set on you, so you come off and pop through your thing. I need you to bring that dude over here and set this pick so I can give him this U-step, two-step.
That really fired J Boogie for bringing that up. That was big. That was you're right. That was very smart. Jalen Brunson saw exactly what was there. He's like, let's get this guy over here. Let me cook him. 100%. I'm with you. Shout out to you for bringing that up. Good point. Double A, your thoughts on JB?
It's hard to follow that up, brother. I mean, J Bug. I mean, he laid down the law, man. That's what it is. Only thing, a couple of things I'd add is you look at Jalen Brunson and his attitude is he don't avoid the storm, man. He learns how to dance in the rain. That's what he does. You know what I'm saying? He brings it, and that's my fear, man, because the way he is and his connections with Philly and all that, you know, we need to do right by him, man. You know, and that's not only this, it's the people around him. Are they going to be on the same level as him? You know, are they going where he's going? And these are the things that Julius, you know, for all, you know, to talk about downing him. Ain't nobody, like you said, Ron, doubting Julius Randle's talent, his scoring ability. But it's something to be said about attitude, man. And that's what makes a winner is your attitude. You'll do whatever is need to be done to win. Jalen Brunson does whatever needs to be done to win, even including sacrificing his body. You know, how many players you see 6 foot will stand in front of him, run and train, man, get knocked on their butt for the team. And he's got my respect, man. I mean, come on, bro. First of all, you 6 foot tall, man, and you're playing like a 7 foot giant, you know. And it's just he's the reason why our franchise has turned around.
Yeah, I agree. He's definitely been a difference maker here. Bully, what's your thoughts on Jalen Brunson? Oh, you're on mute. Or if you can, maybe you're not even there. I don't know. Let me get it over to. Yep, maybe he wasn't. He was losing it. Worldwide L, what's your thoughts, brother?
Clutch. I saw him miss 2 free throws down the stretch. What you mean clutch, Ron? I couldn't wait to get my turn. What you mean clutch? What you mean clutch? Come on, I see free throws. I mean, if he would have made his free throws, we wouldn't even have to worry about RJ having to play defense on Butler. Ain't no clutch. I'm only playing.
I know you are.
Nah, it's fine. I mean, I just thought all them guys. I can't just give it to him though. You know what I mean? I thought RJ quickly, all them guys down that stretch. showed up in clutch. You know what I mean? Especially last night. You know, he is what he is. You know, I wish it wasn't like that all the time. That we wasn't so predictable going down the stretch. You know what I mean? But you know, it's always a work in progress. I guess it's always. I guess it's fun for us because we say have the other team stop him, right? And that's what they don't do. So for us to watch it, it's like us watching other superstars on other teams get busy, and then we can't stop them. Now we got somebody on our team that they can't stop. And I know his eyes got wide when he saw that rookie on him. So I mean, hey, you just take advantage of the mismatch. That's just playing smart basketball. But yeah, he's been our go-to guy. I ain't got no problems with Brunson. I ain't got no problem with nobody on the team Ron this season. I really don't. I can't nitpick on nobody. You know what I mean? Because I'm seeing what I want to see, you know, and I'm just waiting for that one move to be made. I'm waiting for that one move. And as long as they keep on playing the way they playing, I mean, I really don't have no problem with nobody. Nobody. I mean, I just say Grimes because I just see it seems like he's not fitting in. You know, he's not fitting in with the team. You know, not that he's a bad player or anything like that. I just feel it's time that he's out there has to be more productive than playing defense on the other team's best shooter. And the other team's best shooter still getting 8 points. Kind of got to give us something, you know, 12 points a game, you know what I mean? 5 rebounds a game. You know, you got to do something, a little intangibles from him because them guys that's coming off the bench, they're doing them little tangibles. So that's the only, you know, no problem. But yeah, Brunson was clutch.
Yeah, I hear you. I mean, I agree. I think, yeah, he just gives us. I mean, honestly, you can't undervalue how important it is to have that guy who has that mentality on the team. Because I mean, granted, like what you're saying, Quickly was fantastic last night, and so was RJ. But I'm not taking it away from them. I think it's great to watch them step up and be that way. But I don't necessarily know if they play this type of way if Brunson's not on this team. Like, he inspires that too. Like, I'm going to do it. I'm one of the littlest guys on the team, and you're going to see how I go through a wall for y'all. So I really like that. I like that. And shout out to Wiz. I didn't see this earlier. This was a long time. It was hours ago. Wiz had put in a super chat that I missed. Shout out to you, Wiz. He said, "Why you put me with Stephen A? No salmon for you." My bad. My bad, brother. My bad.
Hey, Ron,
my bad.
I'm getting ready to jump off. That I hopped off right then and there because I got one of my trucks in the shop being fixed and they closed at 4, and I gotta, you know, get up there before. So I need that truck so it can be ready for work.
No doubt, brother.
Real quickly, you know, I appreciate and love all you men, man. Continue on doing what you're doing. I'm saying, being the perfect leader that you are, that perfect son, that perfect father, that perfect brother, that perfect uncle, that perfect cousin, that perfect my man, and that's vice versa if we have any women that's inside the chat. But come on against the Phoenix Suns the next game, I look for Julius really to have a big game because I think Julius really felt bad that, you know, he had a bad game, you know what I'm saying, mentally, but it's bad when it's bad when you feel like you've done nothing to help the team win and you can't even celebrate. The man didn't even celebrate with us. And I think that's going to play its part on Wednesday. I mean, I think tomorrow when we play Phoenix, I look for him to come out and really, you know what I'm saying, and feel a whole lot differently because, you know, you're part of the team, dude. You're part of the whole core that goes, you know what I'm saying? You did this one time before and you had a bad game, but you celebrated. And that's when RJ hit the shot off the glass at the buzzer against Boston. You had a bad game, but you still was a part of the team, and he was the first one to hug the dude. Dude, there's no reason for you not to be there and celebrate, even if you have a bad game. You know what I'm saying? Nah, you celebrate, man. That's a big time win for everybody up under this orange and blue. Everybody. But I look for us to knock Phoenix off and knock the Hornets off. I hope Miami knocks off Milwaukee when they play one another. And I hope that we can make a trip to Vegas, man. But God bless you all, man. Y'all continue having a blessed Sunday, man. You know, and World, my man, World,
good, man, all day.
G Money,
Thank you.
G Money, my guy, he always reach out to me too. You know what I'm saying? And who we got? Is that Corey Lee? No, Boulevard 73 in the building. And everybody in the chat,
Yes,
and Mr. Ron, man, you know what it is, man. I appreciate, love you all, man, and I'll talk to y'all real soon, man.
Appreciate you, my
All
brother.
right,
Have a
Bugs,
great
peace.
rest of your day,
my
brother.
homie.
peace.
Enjoy the
No
rest of
doubt.
your Saturday.
Peaceful no hair grease, homeboy. Get it right. You know what to
You
do.
know what I mean? Let me throw this up here, and I'll go to you first, Boulevard.
Yes, sir.
So tomorrow the Knicks play the Phoenix Suns. I don't know necessarily what Phoenix Sun team is going to be out there yet. They got so many injuries with this team. Like they go back and forth. One's healthy, the other one's not healthy. Bradley Beal is the constant. He's always hurt. So I don't know what to say about their big three over there. Yesterday, Booker was healthy. Durant sat out. I don't know if he was hurt or if it was just a game of rest because he's been helping carry the team while Booker was hurt. But yesterday, Booker got busy and dropped a 40-piece on him, and they won the game. But just the tail of the tape real quick, Knicks averaging around 109 points per game. Phoenix is averaging 117. So, they can score, man. And we know, they're a problem, especially if they got everybody. We out-rebound them 47-43. Assists, they move the ball a little better than us, 26-22. Steals, we're right there, 7.4 to 7.9. That's a wash. Blocks, they're at 6.9, almost 7 blocks per game compared to our 2.5. We don't block shots like that. I don't know what happened, but this is the new Knicks. But we still play good defense. Turnovers, 14.8 to 12. Their field goal percentage is at 47.9, 48% basically to our 44%. 3-point percentage, they're at 39. Damn, that's damn near 40% for a team. To our 36.9. And then free throw percentage, everybody shoots better from the free throw line than us. 83.7 to our 72. And then just real quick, points in the paint, 47 to 43. That's very close. Second chance points, 14 to 15. Right there. Fast break points, they're at 10. We're at 14.9, almost 15. So, yeah, I mean, we do a little better at the fast breaks, but we're not a big, a fast-paced team. We do move a little bit when we get out in transition. But this is outside of the points per game where they're doing a lot better than us there, we are pretty close to this team right now. So shout out to Worldwide L. I know he had to run. I appreciate you, my brother. Thank you for chopping it up. Was happy rest of your Saturday, man. So anyway, Boulevard, what's your thoughts on tomorrow's matchup versus Phoenix?
Salute to WWL. Salute to J Boogie, man. Once again, heartfelt condolences to you and your family and stuff like that. G Money, Double A, of course, my man Ron and Freezer that was here. You want to know what I'm gonna say? We gonna whoop tail. We gonna whoop tail. I'm sorry. I see the statistics up there. I see you got the know the ledge. I see you got everything up there statistically wise and stuff like that. But I think we're gonna whip tail tomorrow, yo. I think we're gonna win by 7. I'm gonna say it. I'm putting it out there. Lord have mercy. I'm gonna put it out there. I think we're gonna win by 7. I think we're gonna do our due diligence. I know KD is over there along with a couple of other cats and stuff like that. I think last night was a wake-up call to a bunch of cats. I hope that it was a wake-up call to Julius, to be really truthful. I'm not even going to front. I want him to, if you're going to be the leader, dude, be the leader, man. Be the leader, man. I know Booker over there. I know it's a couple of cats over there and stuff like that, but we could get them. We can get this team. But we have to be solid. The form. Excuse me. If Hart stopped taking them fake pumps off the 3 line, off the arc, like, why are you there? Like, I have to question why is Hart there? Because every time you pass the ball to him, he pump faking. You dig? And yo, RJ is doing his thing. He is really stepping up. That boy is really, I mean, that man is stepping up and doing what he's doing. He's not a kid no more. It's not to play the kids no more. The kids are grown up and they doing what they doing. I'm sorry, I'm a little disappointed in Grimes, but that's fine. That's fine. He can probably participate in a different situation. But yeah, put Deuce out there or put IQ in the starting lineup. But we can do it. We can do it. We can bust their tail tomorrow. We can win by 7 or 6 tomorrow. Okay. Yeah, for sure.
Mm-hmm. Listen, I agree with that. I agree with that, my brother. And I just want to say, like, I hear you, man. I know people are down on Josh Hart. I'm a little down on him too because he does, avoid taking the shots when we need him to knock it down. If he's open, you gotta pull the trigger. But he did a better job. He's been doing a better job recently in taking shots. He shows me sometimes a little bit more willingness to take the shot than Grimes sometimes.
I agree.
Like,
I agree.
That ain't good.
I agree.
But he did finish with 10 points last night. So anytime that Josh Hart can contribute, like those 10 points make a difference. And he had 8 rebounds. So I think he had like about 4 assists, something like that. But so I'm okay with what he gave. I'm a little bit more upset with what Grimes did or didn't do on offense, but it is what it is. And so I don't want to really go in too much on Grimes, but I'm just saying it really needs to, if the Knicks want to be successful, everybody's got to do their thing. Everybody on the team. And another thing I wanted to point out, guys, in that fourth quarter when the Knicks made that run and did what they had to do, Brunson, Randle, Hartenstein, Quickly, and RJ was on the court. No Grimes. So I'm just throwing that out there, just letting you know that, in the end, just throwing that out there. But yeah. So G Money, what's your thoughts on?
Man, I was going to ask you a question, Ron, but go ahead.
No. But hold on. I'll get back to G Money. What's your question before you forget?
All right. So the question that I wanted to ask you, and I wish Freezy didn't jump off the show real quick, and Double A, and everybody actually. You don't think that IQ need to be a starter? Like, get Grimes up out of there. Like, I'm sorry, I'm not trying to be malice or nothing like that, but get Grimes up out of there. Put Quickly in there, so we can bomb. We can bomb the teams that
you
we
lose a bench.
facing.
If you put Quickly Sterling, you bench
that dude on the bench, man. I'm sorry.
Yeah, but that's the G Money. Go ahead.
Sorry. I'm sorry. I apologize, everyone. I love IQ.
No, you good.
I love IQ. He's great. I will not put him in a starting lineup yet because if you do, where you get bench scoring from? I won't put IQ in the starting lineup right now because you're gonna need a bench though. That's gonna that energizing. But you need that Hawaiian punch. I should say the bench Hawaiian scoring punch from IQ. As far as Phoenix and New York in this game. To me, my keys for the Knicks is run the Suns off the 3-point line, force them to a half-court game, trap Devin Booker in the baseline, and also dare Eric Gordon to beat you, dare Grayson Allen to beat you, dare other guys to beat. Don't let, assuming KD does play tomorrow, don't let KD or Depot go off, and don't let them pick their spots. And if you're Mitch, I'll rebound Nurk. Nurkic, get away from the paint though. Force Nurk to take threes. I know Nurkic can hit the 3 ball. At the same time, he's streaky from 3. So force Nurk to take some threes. Force the Suns to the turnovers and get to the lane. And whoever's benched to me steps up more will win the game. So that's my keys for the Knicks tomorrow.
Okay. All right, that works. And yeah, so that's the thing. Like that's the biggest issue that I've said, and G Money hit on it. It's two parts. One part is if you put IQ in the starting lineup, that's 16 points per game that you're not getting from the bench. You know what I mean? You could say, okay, well, but he's bringing his 16 points per game into the starting lineup. No, he's not, because he's one more guy that's got to eat in that starting lineup. It's only one ball. So we're talking about rotating that ball between Jalen, IQ, RJ, and Randle. It's four guys that all going to get their touches at the same time in that unit. So somebody's points is going down. You're just not going to get the same amount of touches in that scenario. So, but then you lose it because on the bench, he's coming in and he's just expected to score from the bench and get his. And he's not worrying about, he might have to deal with one more starter out there with him, but for the most part, it's just bench guys, right? So that's going to be an issue. Unless you can replace that, there's an issue. The other thing is ball handling. Say what you will about quickly, he handles the ball. And when he's not out there, and definitely when Brunson's not out there, our ball movement is stagnant. We stuck in space, speed. That ball is just, people are just looking around at each other. And that's when we start to fall apart. So we still need somebody that, and I'm not saying that Dante can't be the guy, but Dante needs more time. Like, you need to get him out there and get comfortable with watching him do it and, facilitate and get guys to their spots. Because right now, the last time I seen it out there, when they did, Thibodeau kind of experimented with it one time. Knicks didn't look too good. The ball was stagnant. It wasn't moving, and we wasn't getting much going. So I just think that right now it's a little tough to do it. So I don't know if they can do that right now. But, we'll see. Double A, what's your thoughts on tomorrow's game against Phoenix, brother? Oh, you on mute.
I'm trying to train myself, Ron. No, Boulevard. That's one of the things. Like, Ron, the graphics you were showing earlier, there's really nobody that we can go get as far as a superstar that's going to move the needle. But there's moves we can make, smaller moves, that can give us versatility where we can do that, where we can move quickly to the starting lineup and not lose the edge that he brings on, the second team. And that brings me to the Phoenix game. I think our bench ultimately will be what decides this game. I think our bench, we have a strong bench, and they've really pulled us out of a lot of games this season. And I think that's one of our strengths right now. And I think, we're strong at every position except for backup power forward, but I don't know who Phoenix has as a backup power forward. So
good point.
I think,
good point.
I think we're all right in that regard. However, Julius Randle as well. Will Julius come out and try to outplay Kevin Durant, or will he come out and play ball, play as a team? Because when we average over 20 assists, we win. When we don't move the ball, we're stagnant. We start playing hero ball and ISO ball, we lose. We become predictable. The ball stops moving. People stop being engaged. We're at our best when everybody's engaged, everybody's touching the rock, and, Julius is playing team ball. So my keys to the game is our bench and Julius Randle. How he comes out for this game. Is he going to come out and try to score 100 points? Or is he going to try to get his in the flow? Like he was doing that for quite a few games. I mean, he was getting 20 points, 11 rebounds, and assists and he was getting it in the flow. He wasn't really trying to take over the game and take over the shots. He was getting it in the flow, and that was really, really, really exciting me, how he was getting his points in the flow versus, forcing an issue. But, kind of like the last couple of games, he's gone back to that, So my keys to the game, like I said, is our bench and how Julius comes out to play.
Double A, can I ask you? I mean, matter of fact, everybody. When you think about Julius moving the ball and getting down and moving, playing the game correctly, do you think, like for me, I think that he got a chip on his shoulder and he's trying to prove something. And I want him to prove it. Whatever he got going on, I want him to prove it and get it out. I want the dude to play great basketball because he's a great player. I'm not, I don't want to keep bashing homeboy, but man, get out there and do what you do. All that other stuff, man, leave that alone, man. Just play the game. I think this season for him, for me, me asking y'all this question that he got, the motorcycles and stuff in the background.
Good.
I think that he is trying to prove something, but I think he's not doing it the correct or the right way to do it. I think he's trying to find his lane, and I think he's going to find it real soon. And I hope he finds it while we going through this. When we get mid-season, all-star game type, play where we was at last year with the playoffs. I want him to find it then so he could be a monster. That's what I think. I mean, do y'all agree or I don't know. Do y'all agree? Because I see it.
My thing is, you can have all the talent in the world, man, but your head got to be right. You look at Ja Morant, man. The guy's an unbelievable talent. But what's messing him up is what's between the ears, man, and that can really ruin you. And I think, like I said, there's no doubt that Julius is a good, talented ball player, but sometimes this gets in the way.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to thank you, Ron, once again for letting me on here, man, and spilling my beans. And it's great, man, and mixing it up with you guys. J Boog, God bless him, man. Like I said, I've realized that unfortunately I lost my brother, man, and it's a horrible, horrible thing. It's something that you get past, but you never forget. So, my continued prayers to him and your family, Ron, as well, man. Blessings blessings and healings, man, to your family.
Thank you, man. I appreciate you.
I lost my sister in May, and Ron, respect to you and condolences and stuff, and to UAA and whoever. J Bud. I lost my sister in May. Man, it was this Thanksgiving was not a good thing. It was not a good. It was not a good Thanksgiving, man.
I hear you, brother. Once again, condolences to you and yours. I know,
man, you too.
It's a lot to deal with, brother.
All of y'all.
Lot to deal with, bro. So, and shout out to G Money. I know he had to run. Appreciate you. G Money had a quick question. He said, what would have happened had Jimmy Butler made that game-winning three? Do you think Mike Breen would have said bang on the shot? I think he would have had to. I think it would have been uncomfortable, but I think he would have done it. That would have been horrible, man.
You talk about ESPN purposes? Oh no.
Yeah, man, that would have been horrible, bro.
That must be hard, man. Being a Knick announcer and obviously being a Walt Frazier and a Knick fan, and then having to be, in the middle, calling a televised game and having to be. Hey,
yo, Double A, check this out. Walt Frazier would have had to come out with that camel suit with the little. He didn't come. He had to come out with the camel suit or the what's that joint called? The other suit that he had on. He had to snuff him. He had to hit him. I'm like, yo, man, you don't do that, dog.
I mean, which one don't? He got all types
the giraffe,
of zebras, giraffes.
Yeah, the giraffe. He got the cow suit.
Yeah, he got everything, man. I hear you. That would have been crazy.
But I got to run, Ron. Thank you, man.
Hey, man, appreciate you, Double A. I'm wrapping up anyway, man.
Peace, man. Happy holidays. Happy holidays, man. Word.
God bless.
Appreciate you, bro.
All day, every day, homeboy. You heard?
Yeah, man. I appreciate you, Billy.
Yeah, man. You know how we do, man. Brooklyn in the house, kid.
All day, brother. Enjoy yourself, man. Enjoy the rest of your day.
I am, man. I ain't gonna front, man. I'm about to make some moves and stuff like that. I'm about to make some more food in the backyard, and it is what it is, man. I appreciate you, man. I appreciate your channel and stuff like that, man. I appreciate how you get down, Mr. WBLS himself. That's right. But he never worked for WBLS, but he got the voice for of the Quiet Storm, Ron.
Hey,
that's
man.
Right.
Thank you, brother. Appreciate you. And guys, listen, tune in and show your love for our guy Boulevard, the bully himself, with Corey Lee on the 718 Boys, Sunday mornings at 10 a.m. on Blorange Tears Network, man. Show them some love, man.
Salute Uncle Freezy, man. Salute Sim, man. Yo, y'all look out for Sim and y'all look out for Ron and the Queen and whatnot. Y'all look out for my man Freezy. You dig?
Appreciate you,
Word.
brother. Always, man. Have a great
Word.
rest of your
Brooklyn
day,
in the
bro.
house. Word. I got you, homeboy.
All right,
Peace.
man. Latest. All right, guys. So once again, if you haven't already done so, please smash that like button. Show your love for the show. Don't cost you nothing. All you gotta do is hit the button. It looks a little like this. And if you want to support the show, by all means, listen, we got the orange and blue level, $1.99 per month, the John Starks level, $4.99 per month, or the 90s Knicks level, $9.99 per month to be a member of the show. That was so quick, but I'll show you again. This is how you join the channel. Just click on join, and this is your options if you want to support the show that way. Obviously, you're welcome to support the show by Cash App, still Knick fans in that form, or you're welcome to give a super chat if you want to do it that way. Whatever you want to do, if that's what you want to do and support the show. Appreciate you as always. For tomorrow's game versus the Phoenix Suns, I think the Knicks have a good chance of winning this game. Even if Durant does play, I think they still have a good chance of winning the game. The Knicks are a much better overall team, since the last time they played Kevin Durant and the Brooklyn Nets. So I think this should be a really interesting battle. If he is out there, they're gonna have to try to limit what he does out there because he's tall and can shoot his shot over anybody. That makes it a little tougher. Booker, you just have to kind of just play Booker and make him uncomfortable out there. I think the Knicks can do a good job of that. Durant is a little bit more of an issue because of that height. But as long as they try to limit, maybe they have to, show double teams and really make it uncomfortable for Durant going forward if he does play. But other than that, I think the Knicks have a good chance to win. I'm not too worried so much about Phoenix's overall roster. They've got some good players though. Grayson Allen is he's a pesky defender he's a nightmare for some people because he got a little dirty streak in him. He does some things to get under your skin. Azubuike is a decent player, but I'm not worried. Bates Diop, Bradley Beal, don't know if he's going to be healthy enough to play. Bol, people love Bol because of his talent, but when you look at his consistency, it's really bad. It's poor. Drew Eubanks is a pretty good power forward. He's the backup power forward. I know a question was asked before, who's the backup power forward? Drew Eubanks is that guy. Kevin Durant is the starter. You got Jordan Goodwin, Eric Gordon, who's someone you do have to watch. Eric Gordon can put some points on the board. Damian Lee, very athletic. Wow, Damian Lee is 31 years old now, man. I'm feeling old. I remember when he first came in the league. Crazy. Saban Lee is out there. You got Nasir Little, Chimize Mitu, Yusef Nurkic, and Josh Okogie. And they also got Yuta Watanabe, who, with Watanabe can light it up. If he gets the type of shots available to him. But even him, if you kind of just look at what he's doing, he's averaging like 4 points a game. He plays about 18 minutes on average. Not something you got to really worry about too much. So I think the Knicks have a good chance to win this game. They just have to go out there and take some of this energy that they got from last night's come from behind win and spill that over to start the game versus Phoenix. Don't wait till you get into the fourth quarter to start doing that. Start from the beginning. Yeah, man. Nick Yak says just blew a Saturday. I'm blaming Ron. I appreciate you, brother. That makes two of us. I'm here rocking. But thank you, man. Sometimes it's good to relax and rest up. I'm sure you got a couple more things you can go out there and do today, and you got Sunday as well. So, definitely make the best of it, man. But I thank you for being here and rocking with me. Yeah. So we'll see what happens, guys. But I think the Knicks are in a good spot to win tomorrow, and it would be some really good momentum going into the game on Wednesday versus Charlotte, which I think that's a must win as well because of the in-season tournament. We beat Charlotte on Wednesday, and we go up 3-1 in a really good spot to be able to go to Vegas and at least give the guys a chance to go play for you know, that trophy, that in-season tournament trophy, and the money, the winnings. So because 500,000 is nothing to sneeze at. So yeah, I appreciate you guys. Thank you for being here and rocking. Smash that like button on your way in. Smash that like button on your way out. Thank you for tuning in. Appreciate everybody, and shout out to all my panelists that were here chopping it up with me today. Shout out to Worldwide L. Shout out to G Money. Shout out to Boulevard. Shout out to my guy Uncle Freeze in the building. Shout out to Double A. Appreciate you, my brother. And last but certainly not least, shout out to my guy, Jay Boogie. Once again, blessings, blessings, blessings. 3 capital S's. Salute to you and your family throughout this tough time. Wishing you nothing but the best, my brother. So thank you to everybody. And as I always say, man, tell a friend who tells a friend who tells another friend. Still, Knicks fans, we'll be back again, whether it be on Saturdays at 11:30 for Know the Ledge, Monday nights at 9 p.m. for SKF Weekly with you, man, my brother John, and my brother Jose holding it down on the 1s and 2s. And if that's not enough, check us out on Thursday nights at 8:30 for the NBA wrap-up on Nothing But Knicks Network. NBK in the building as always. So salute to all you guys. I appreciate y'all. Thanks for the love. Have a great rest of your day. Happy holidays to all you guys once again. And you know what? Let's go Knicks, man. Let's hope they continue to do what they got to do. I feel good about it. I'll catch y'all. I'm out.